Michelangelo. Brainiac. Fighters approaching Arkham Asylum. Begin.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Darth Arma bringing you awesome top 8 action for Injustice 2, brought to you by twitch.tv/Bifuteki. This is going to be an exciting top 8. This is the first tournament really, that allows us to play as the brand new DLC of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And of course, none other than Sonic Fox is actually displaying a very impressive looking Michelangelo to everyone. And it's just kind of ridiculous how much he's learned with this character and how far he's been able to just kind of spread that rhetoric that this character is really, really good, especially because, you know, far and wide, a lot of people thought that Michelangelo was the weaker of the 4 Ninja Turtles. But we also had a crazy upset last night in Top 16, if you guys were tuning in, where Coach Steve took out E-League and EVO champion Dragon. Now, didn't take him out completely. This is a double elimination tournament. He knocked Dragon into losers, but it was an upset nonetheless. But if you guys do want to follow the bracket along, you guys can go to smash.gg, find Winter Brawl 12, click on Injustice, and just see who went through who. Normally, I am joined by Katana Prime, but for some reason, this man loves to just put on a tear, you know, showing everyone that he's not just a caster, but that he's also a competitor, and that's, you know, where a lot of people started. Even when you see anyone in the casting scene anywhere, you really got to know this stuff by actually competing, and this man was on a tear yesterday. Unfortunately, he, you know, did lose to Silver Eye in winners, but Katana Prime was able to fight all the way through losers, taking out Ominous right there, right outside the cusp of top 8, and I know Ominous is not very happy about it, but Katana Prime did come out the victor. Also joining top 8 with Sonic Fox, Katana Prime. Well, in winners, it's Sonic Fox is going to be going up against Scar, Theo going up against Coach Steve, and then on the loser side we have Katana Prime. I'm not sure who his opponent is. I didn't get the bracket pulled up just yet. But again, if you guys want to follow along the bracket, it's smash.gg and look for Winter Brawl 12. We have almost everything set up here. We're just trying to figure out who is, you know, doing who. You know, we're trying to get everything going according to plan and on schedule. But man, just if you guys didn't get to see Coach Steve versus Dragon, it was it was a grueling set. Came down to the wire, 2-3 at the end, and Coach Steve was just playing out of his mind. You know, Dragon was putting him in situations where, you know, a weaker player would have felt frustrated trying to get through to what Dragon was doing. And Dragon's just doing a great job of playing defense, teching throws, and shimmying his opponent out like crazy. If you guys don't know what a shimmy is when you go for a fake throw. It's a kind of like it's been a thing in various different fighting games where teching a throw will cause you to just recover like crazy. But Dragon is the king of shimmying. Hold on. Even though he's somehow in top 8, can you stop wearing every single hat in the book? You're doing everything. You're the regulator. You're the tournament organizer. You're the bracket runner.
And I'm
You're
tired.
the caster.
I'm tired.
You're the competitor, and you're tired.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
And also, I mean, let me just throw out more out there. You're also 5 minutes late right now this morning.
Well, technically, like I wasn't like here for commentary, but like whatever. Let's go.
I mean, I didn't mean for commentary. I meant like you weren't right here.
Oh no,
in the
yeah,
building.
I was definitely late.
So-
for top 8 for sure.
Tell me a little bit about what was going on through your head when you were in that last match, because I know you were feeling a little funny going into top 16, where you were just like, man, I'm not really sure. I haven't been playing as much. Let's just see what happens. And that's what I told you. I was like, you know what? You don't know what's going to happen. Just sometimes you're feeling yourself. Sometimes you won't drop a combo. So what happened against Ominous last night?
I mean, that's been the attitude basically since coming down from E-League and going back to playing Harley more. Well, mostly. I did use Wonder Woman for some matches, but I don't care. I used to worry about wins and losses so hard that you overanalyze or focused a little. The focus is so spread thin, and you worry about outside factors, and you just, or me personally, would just drop something here or get mad at a mistake and hold on to it. No, like now I just actually don't care about like anything. It's just a reevaluation of life, and translated it to my gameplay, and here we are. You know, now just about every tournament so far, I'm just running, man. We're doing good, but I'm wearing a different hat now, and this is about the Echo Fox dudes. Michelangelo on the screen, Brainiac. Are we good to go? Is this real?
I think this is real. These guys were up there button checking for a while, and Sonic Fox gets it started with the Cheapskate. The instant projectile that just reaches full screen, leaves him at plus on block. Very cheap stuff.
Wow, and Sonic waking up with the forward dash, challenging Scar immediately, wants to stay in. As you know, his entire game plan is one Mikey combo. Regardless of damage, he doesn't care. He only wants the corner carry, and then it's Mix City. You know, safe, punish with the jab. Scar not going for the needleless launcher string there, but blocking successfully.
Now watching out for that breakdance move of Michelangelo, his very unique style there. Only Michelangelo out of all 4 turtles has that move.
Is so sick. Oh, with the cross-up, not quite sure. Same side, Brainiac in his 12th level interleg. Didn't quite understand the concept of a cross-up here with these little Earthlings. And Heroes in a Half Shell it is as we bow to the young master. We know what it is.
We know what it is. Looking for his way out, and Scar does find it, opting to go right into the middle of the screen, and Sonic Fox all over that. Wake up with the meter back 3. Unfortunately, a huge drop leads to his demise as Scar just decides to wake up again.
You see the smile on Sonic's face. He was timing his meaty to, blow up that charge from Brainiac. Has been successful the entirety, every time Scar woke up until that one. In the instant dive kick, who cares about your skateboard? I am 18th level intellect now as we walk towards the corner, and Sonic risks it on that low launcher, gets the cross under into the corner we go. Mix City breakdance, no, the throw. Skateboard putting in work, and dust the fingers off for the assist.
Oh yeah, why not? And this is very scary for both players. I was gonna say
air
one
tech.
hit meant.
Oh no, and it was
death.
so quick. I don't know if Scar actually had the time to air tech from that juggle. Will he die?
This is very close.
He's definitely dead.
He
Ouch.
is.
And look at
I
that
love
man's face. That is a man who analyzed the Earth and didn't realize the mutants who just happened to be, in a Batman comic or two and doing their own thing. He didn't expect them to travel into the world of injustice, and they're here to, I'm going to assume they joined the resistance and, rock with the insurgency.
I'm assuming that, yeah, being that there was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Batman crossover.
Absolutely. So, defeating Brainiac is a group of turtles who take lessons and respect a rat and fight a guy with like metal on his body.
I mean, the Turtles have always been great about keeping a low profile, so I'm not surprised that Brainiac just overlooked the fact that they existed at all.
I mean, it'd be hard to recognize them when they come out in that incognito trench coat. It's so hard to tell. And, all type of mix-ups, just like Mikey's play style, as Sonic makes, as Scar makes the switch to Black Manta.
There you go. And Sonic Fox hit confirming right there into that breakdancing move because he knows it's going to bring him to the corner. He's got the cheapskate ready to go. Extends his combo and the hard knockdown there, and Scar finds his way out with that wake-up attack.
Yeah, didn't want to deal with any of the mix-up, and great footsies right there. Doesn't quite get the continuation on the combo, but the access to this better normal moveset with Black Manta has Scar in control. Sonic now dealing with all of the corner pressure. Oh, going for the low, a little slick. There's the rocket. Ugh.
I don't think Scar was counting on that rocket to make a connection, so he was planning on him to be out of hits time.
And Scar trying to guess. No, he doesn't want to. He's going to wake up because every touch is a guess, especially in the corner when we know Sonic will commit. Great with punishing back-to-back from Scar, and just like that, who's the more neutral-heavy character now?
I'm loving Scar's Black Manta here. He's just in control. He understands when he needs to wake up, when he needs to press buttons and make his offensive moves. But Sonic Fox really close behind here, and not only that, but he's got a great advantage here because he's got Scar in the corner, and this is gonna be a mix-up.
Yeah, one thing that's so impressive about Sonic Fox is how fluid he already seems with the character who's been released, less than a couple weeks ago, and he's just so currently, like, his optimization looks like it's near full this early in the game, and Scar's trying to figure it out. Here we go.
You're about to get burned.
Think maybe you're glitching.
And the Turtles clearly don't care about anybody. They just feel they can take on the likes of, well, everybody, and they probably can because the Turtles are cool is
Yeah,
not esports word, and it's okay. Don't hate.
cool as shell.
Yeah, sure.
Scar finding his way out here, and I love Sonic Fox's optimization, not only just for damage, but also for screen position. That's what you gotta keep in mind. Sonic's goal is to put Scar in the corner and just mix him up. The bounce canceled, so he can't clash it.
And of course, Sonic wakes up immediately. Scar not ready. He's gonna go down to the last hit. I don't think he'll get an opportunity to clash, and Scar risked it all. And even though he had a second chance at life, goes for the neutral jump. Sonic with the reaction, chasing him down in the air. Very questionable sequence there. No reason to really wake up from that far away. Maybe Scar was on the next level of intellect. Still some Brainiac behind him, but that read proving to be a little too risky as Sonic's able to safely secure that game.
And there goes the cross-up low, the very dirty stuff that is Michelangelo in the corner. However, Scar trying to keep him away from there. That's where Michelangelo's powered up. The bait of the wake-up here. He's going to make it hurt, chasing him down. More strings.
All right, there's the overhead in that third hit of the Nunchakus, just coming out all over Scar, looking to block the low consecutively. As you've seen, he's gotten the full combo punish every time.
Yes, he has. Scar's been doing his homework. He understands what he has to face here in the sense of Michelangelo and Sonic Fox bounce canceling to make sure not only is he in the corner, but to make sure that first life bar is gone.
Yeah, make quick work of that skateboard, using it 3 times in that combo, the bounce cancel into the jump to, and again, skateboard doing all of the work now. Who needs a traditional weapon?
And Scar extending it, and the throw there, knowing that the momentum was on his side, knowing that Sonic Fox in that moment was going to be respectful and just block.
Yeah, brutal. 2 stabs to the shell and slides his way in. They don't drink beer. They only need to eat pizza. And Scar forced to clash now. Although Sonic has been in control, he's very much a part of this. All of his hits have been big combo damage, full B&Bs, and now with Sonic Fox's back to the corner, Scar has just about everything open to him, but he whiffs. That diving forward too, and no challenge on the skateboard attack.
No challenge there, but this time it was there, and Sonic Fox not anticipating the last part of that. There it is, baited out completely. That move is very low. It goes far, but it is super unsafe.
Every single time a punish, and Scar just like that, one B&B puts him right back into just about even life territory. Hard pressing buttons into the sequence. Meter burns him for the full combo. Into the corner we go. Can he survive? Bounce cancel. Sonic looking to swat him out of the air, and he risks it. No punish, but
that one's a tighter punish there. When he does meter burn it, not only does it give him access to a big combo, it lets him recover a little bit faster.
With the forward dash under the jump. Scar now whiffing back to back. One man is going to get this combo. Great use of the flow mechanic, but doesn't come down with the jump attack. Instead, simply neutral falls, and Sonic Fox is going to take the first swing, get the first hit, and rid Scar of his winner's life. It's going to go down, and yeah, let's take a bite of these pizza graphics. What's up?
Best pizza graphics in the business, no question about it. Sonic Fox using that down one, comboing into the breakdancing spin at the end. I mean, you know, a lot of people question that down one. A lot of people don't like it. They say it's a little bit slow. It should hit low because it looks low. But the fact that Michelangelo can combo it in there.
All right, listen, we play NRS games, and if we ever open up the boxes of this should hit this because it looks this, like,
No, that doesn't
stop.
make sense.
I don't want to have the nightmares of Melina having a low ball roll. I
No,
can't.
you
Like,
can't.
no. It makes everything hurt inside. And I already had, like, Aquaman nightmares last night. So I don't want to, like, let's just not. Let's just be fair and friendly. And Injustice 2 is in a fantastic spot, regardless of what people want to say and how they're comparing left and right. At this tournament, and there's no way to officially track this, but I'm pretty sure we've had the most variety of any Injustice 2 tournament ever. 80 Solo and myself were like keeping tabs on all the characters being played in tournament, and there were only 4 or 5 characters that weren't played at any point.
At all.
Raiden, Raphael, Joker, and there's one more. I can't
Was it
remember.
Swamp Thing?
No, Swamp Thing was
Swamp Thing
definitely
was there.
played for sure. Grodd was played. Cold was played. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's just people are using what they want and they love it. And at the top level, we've seen all these guys dig into their bag of characters and just spread out for all these matchups. It's essentially a requirement, and I actually like the versatility it brings. It brings a different dynamic to, you know, these various sets. And if we saw, you know, last night's amazing top 16, it's just ridiculous. Even if you look at this top 8, you have, you know, Black Adam, Dr. Fate, Atrocitus, Harley Quinn, Aquaman, the Atom, you know, Scarecrow, you know, Toxin making his return to us in the scene and popping up and securing the top 8. I don't think we've seen that matchup. Scarecrow against the Atom, like, that's going
definitely.
to happen.
I've definitely never ever seen that.
But right now, the man of the hour, the most exciting man who made the great run yesterday, Coach Steve, putting up one of the most legendary moments in Injustice 2 history with the walk down, which was halfway across the screen with the cat out and Dragon just getting sent to losers in a classic match. Arguably the greatest set we've seen in all of Injustice. Definitely up there. I mean, we're talking the likes of Theo versus Dragon at Vianality, you know, that level type of set.
It absolutely was, especially just considering the story behind it.
Yes.
Now, you know, Theo and Dragon, they're both two really strong titans, but Coach Steve has been not going to say that he's a lower level player, but he's been that player that never ever got his top 8 at a premier event.
Yeah,
and Dragon, the champion, going down to Coach Steve. That is a ridiculous Cinderella story.
Yeah, Coach Steve has now popped into top 8. KIT in winners, Frosty Faustings here again, just back to back. And also, if I remember correctly, no, you lost that NEC. But either way, as we get into the match, we'll get more backstory on both of these men. Theo, surprisingly, going Fate all the way so far in the matches that we've seen him. And just playing the zoning game, patient as he got caught trying to forward to his way in. Coach Steve with the cap protection, big time shield. Here's the full combo into the corner now. Is it party time? Plus frames. Theo with the respect. You know he's not going to falter. Finds the perfect opportunity to jump out and catches the backdash.
Chasing down the backdash. You got to be careful, though. Those backdashes do have invincibility frames, but they have a lot of recovery frames also.
Patience working well while the dark magic is active as Coach Steve waits, gets the push out from Dexstar. I almost forgot his name. He's just vandalizing everybody. And here we go, puddle combo of the meterless variety. Thanks to that assist, back into the other corner we go. Whiffs the meter burn. Not sure what the deal was there on that hitbox, but now he has to work his way in. Dark magic active. Theo chipping away with all of the spells. Look, I know you want to play, Steve, but this down forward one says otherwise.
And a very interesting choice there by Coach Steve, knowing that it was you know, that great bar was gone, but he used that last little bit of life to call out Dexstar to get some kind of offense going. He goes for the forward throw, and Theo perfectly breaks it there. He reacts to those, and Steve with a wake-up punish.
Yeah, enough on the trade to secure the life bar. Now, in a trade again, Atrocitus is going to win this one. Absolutely, puddle into puddle now. To the corner we go. Not enough time to get the extension for a clean Dexstar activation, but spends 2 bars to keep himself safe after committing to at the third hit of the 4-2-3 streak.
Yeah, no, exactly. Uh-oh, setting up shop here. The wall is there, and Coach Steve finds the wrong end of it. Summons out Dexstar. This one's going to hurt. He's not going to have too much room to work with. Gets rid of the orb.
Yeah, smart stuff there. Uses the shield to get rid of the orb, but Theo instantly chasing him down with that orb. Magic everywhere. And Oh, just feel like a man. Just bask in the glory of like one of the greatest win poses in the history of fighting games as Theo and his enlightenment of the great defense and the power of fate takes it to Coach Steve, game 1, and the quick restart.
Very quick restart. Coach Steve is very confident in himself. He's confident in this pick, and he's the type of player that spent the entire night thinking, how am I going to do this? How am I going to take this win over Theo?
Right back dashes denial on the unblockable interactive, but we don't ride cars where Atrocitus is from. It's only rage, baby. And catches him, no conversion into the corner. Pressure keeping it safe. A lot of respect from both of these men.
And big whiff buttons right in front of each other. No punish on either side.
I mean, we're talking some of the best spacing in the game from both of these men as he meter burns the Gator, successfully calling out Dexstar. There's a punish. Does he have enough range? He does. Gets the dash up into the shield, optimizing his spacing as much as possible. And Coach Steve chipping away, building meter.
Building meter with every single hit that Theo blocks here. And Theo going down in this first great health bar. Coach Steve looking to turn this completely around and ride this wave of momentum.
Yeah, can we talk about the spacing, walking right out of each other's range and jump attacks as the cross-up is successful. Great hit confirmed into the meter burn, back 3, bounce cancel, and that is enough. Magic, tiltillating from the fingers, tying things up, and let's read this book, my guy. I'm a bit bored.
It's reading up on like matchup knowledge, understanding that Atrocitus, when he has Dexstar out, or even just Atrocitus on his own, always has that full screen presence. So every single, projectile that Theo has to throw out, he has to carefully think about it, carefully calculate where Coach Steve is and what's he gonna do.
All right, dark magic, activated. Oh, and the back dash on the forward two. Coach Steve knows it commits to the string finally. Catches Theo slipping, and yeah, he's gonna have to clash here.
Cannot kill fate. You haven't but me.
Theo's been very good about reacting to those bounce cancel animations and knowing that only the overhead could be coming. The puddle from downtown, and Theo does the wake up, keeps Atrocitus at bay, has enough room to summon out Dexstar, and Coach Steve is looking for some offense on his own.
Wow, and the great read by Coach Steve, and gets the meaty puddle. Not sure what's happening here. A crazy sequence from both of these men, but we're coming down towards the even health. You have to remember, Theo does not have a clash active. Coach Steve forced it. Will he spend both of the meters to negate any health regeneration? He does.
So does Theo. He doesn't want anything to do with it. He wants Coach Steve to lose right here and now.
And Theo trying to build meter. Coach Steve wanting to work his way in. There's the forward dash. Now has meter burn activated. And this is, wow, great conversion. Forget a sentence. Forget anything you had to see, anything you had to say. You didn't see it as good as Theo. And catches Coach Steve on the juggle with that forward 2 games to 0. Great clutch situation. They got a little uncharacteristic there at the end, waking up with puddles and glyphs and just kind of throwing everything out. But it is Theo solidified in his stance. Now a commanding 2-0 lead over Coach Steve.
Theo off to a great start right here in the third game, trying to take this 3-0. He gets the first hit, and he's got a huge meter lead here, not only just a life lead. Hold on, Coach Steve finds his opening here. Not sure what he was looking for there.
All right, patience. Meter burns the barrels, and Theo jumping back without pressing a button, allowing himself to recover instantly upon landing. The smart stuff, very defensive, very cautious, and very careful. We talked about philosophy yesterday and how Coach Steve believes that people lose they have to do something. He's going against a player who understands the concept of patience and knowing how to command and play with a life lead in Theo. And when you don't have to do anything, you let the players hang themselves. And there's a great example as Coach Steve goes for the errant wake up. And on seemingly reaction, Theo's just ready to make the read and jump in.
That was definitely 100% calculated there by Theo. He knows that he's got Coach Steve up against the wall. He's got him caged here, and what's a caged animal going to do? They're going to try to bite as hard as they can whenever the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, all right, crosses under to get Theo into the corner. One setup into a big damage can easily take this life bar as he deals with the corner pressure. Great buttons, keeping it safe, not panicking, playing excellent defense in the corner, looking for the perfect opportunity to jump out.
Theo setting up shop. There's really nothing Coach Steve can do here. He's got to take his time and hope he makes the right calls every single time.
All right, here's the neutral jump now, keeping him out slow and steady. Atrocitus can't find the spacing to get in. Here's a clash with Coach Steve now on his last legs, and Theo seemingly cruising at this point. We'll see what the mix is after the reset to neutral.
All right, spends the 2 bars, gets 25% back. Hopefully enough of a wiggle room there for Coach Steve to make this miraculous comeback, but this is looking very, very grim. You know, I mean, what can you really say about Theo's gameplay here? It's just to the book, to the T, perfect. Hold on, Coach Steve, not too far behind. The damage over time might be enough, especially if Coach Steve gets his hands on him enough to chip.
And there's the whiff
mind.
punish. I like the extension, using the walking air punch walk to get rid of Theo's trait now. A couple bitches in a dream. We've seen amazing comebacks before. This one's seemingly impossible as the chip damage begins to pile up as Theo goes into the black magic. More damage on all of those attacks. And man, Coach Steve is definitely on his last leg. Chip damage notwithstanding, he's gonna have to risk something. Oh, the extended reach, but Theo blocks, waits his turn, and that's gonna be it. Theo advancing to the winners final, where he will meet his other teammates, Sonic Fox and Scar, Coach Steve heading down to losers to await. Myself and Dragon. Now, the mark of a good commentator is one who can hold it down on solo commentary. So I will leave you to it, my brother. And it is what it is. I will be back shortly.
Do your thing, man. Do your thing. I want you to focus on you.
No,
I
man.
want you to focus on this
Yo,
wall.
can I DQ myself? Dragon,
No,
can we get the camera track? He just looked at me and did a trident rush, like, and a, tentacle strike. Like, I'm intimidated. Like don't, I can't.
There it is.
There it is.
That is
That is
from the deep from a champion, an E-League and EVO champion. And Katana Prime is, he's here. He's in the bracket. He's live against this crazy opponent that is a defensive wall. Hey, man, what's going on?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm Darth Arma or Miguel.
I go by Finesse or Angel.
Angel, what's going on? That's my middle name. I'm actually Miguel Angel, or, Hispanics say Miguel Angel,
Yeah.
which almost sounds like Michelangelo.
Exactly, it does.
So, this is Katana Prime going up against Dragon. Dragon being, our EVO champion, E-League champion, and, it's hard to just dispute the fact that he is such a great player. He can pretty much go through anyone that you put up against him. But we had a huge upset. I'm sure you know who Coach Steve is.
Yeah.
Very famous among various different circles. He's a Pokken player. He was a Street Fighter 4 player. Just dabbling with as much as he can. And, of course, he's going to be playing a great game like Injustice.
Yeah, Dragon is arguably probably top one, E-League champion, EVO champion, biggest events of the year,
Yeah.
So we'll see what he does here. Lost to Coach Steve in a very amazing walk down.
That
three
walk
ball.
down.
That was amazing.
Black Adam.
So we'll see how he does here against KP.
Yeah, no, that was just pure patience, and that's I feel like Coach Steve just happens to be that perfect little recipe that can stop Dragon.
Yeah.
Because when Dragon's like putting on his, when you're going up against Dragon, the most frustrating thing is you're trying all these things and Dragon's like, okay, I'll just sit here and block. I can sit here and block. I can sit here and block. And Coach Steve is mentally strong enough to not let that, bug him as much as your regular average player.
Yeah, Coach Steve thought of really interesting ways to open him up. The whole walk down thing, the forward three, the raw forward threes are really interesting and great shimmy concepts that he had.
Oh yeah, after the walk down, I believe he walked him down, and then right at the end, he goes for a forward three, and for some reason, Dragon just like flinched, and I've never seen him break his concentration like that, especially not his blocking. And Katana Prime getting the first hit with Harley Quinn.
And then you got Dragon with trademark Black Adam, probably arguably best Black Adam in the game right now.
Yeah, I mean, when you have such great defense, you really don't need so much in terms of wake-ups. And that's really Black Adam's biggest weakness, is the fact that his wake-up isn't really fully invincible, but if you do get hit by it, it's going to hurt.
It's going to be about 400 damages. Dragon's probably going to be trying to zone him out a little bit here because the trades are all in his favor. So we'll see what he does.
Rolling forward here, the trade there definitely in Dragon's favor as it does give him a little bit of breathing room here. Chucks out the Hyena, delay wakes up just to get away from it, just to avoid it, because Dragon's like very confident in his blocking, never mind, not watching his toes as Harley Quinn goes to town.
Ooh, and he gets stuffed trying to do the wake up.
Hold on. Katana Prime is here. He's in the building. He's feeling himself. I've never seen this man smile so hard before in my life. And the Cupcake stopped the foot dive from downtown.
The interrupt on the down one lightning hands. KP is playing out of his mind right now.
He is definitely playing out of his mind. And, he's had the practice. He showed everybody at home that he can. He was able to take it over Ominous. And Ominous, again, maybe not the best Black Adam, but very, very competent. He knows how to do everything. Yeah, super strong. And KP, understands the gimmicks, understands the gaps between the down one lightning, and just doing a great job of doing it. Getting under that high advancing normal there in Black Adam.
Well, KP is making really good reads on a lot of Dragon stuff, man.
I mean, do you feel like Dragon's going to go immediately Aquaman after this?
Most likely. But then I'm not sure if he was just a Wonder Woman or not.
That was the plan. No, that match was over. That's why I stopped talking about it.
Amazing.
That was the plan, from the get-go. And Katana Prime was saying on Twitter, like, okay, I got to go up against,
Aquaman.
he was expecting and anticipating to go up against Aquaman. And here we go. This is what it is. Katana Prime just crying, so sad, and my heart just goes out to him.
Begin.
I haven't seen Aquaman in a while. This is going to be exciting.
Well, Aquaman had a very recent buff here in the meter burn scoop. When you meter burn the scoop, it no longer flips your opponent over to the other side. Instead, it allows you access to a easier combo in the back three.
Yeah, it's basically just a weaker version of the Tentacle Strike launching before, but it's pretty strong, I believe, now. It opens up for some good damage and some good, long, extended combos.
And KP's being really patient. That's really what he's got to hold on to. Oh, hold on, jumping forward and eating that trident toss there. Looking for something in that forward three. I guess KP was anticipating a from the deep, or a tentacle strike, as it's called in Injustice 2.
Now KP can really start his little gunshot pressure and all. But the 6-framer for Aquaman beats it out with another raw trident rush. The crowd's loving it. That's a punish. Dragon's looking pretty decent right now.
From the deep, and KP decides to use that advantage to close the gap between himself and Dragon, but to no avail, really. Dragon able to just kind of apply his pressure afterwards, push KP all the way back out, exactly where he wants to be. Hold on, that was a punish. However, I guess KP decided not to go for a regular string, just because Dragon did have his trait available.
Yeah, Dragon is definitely playing a lot different now. Aquaman seems to be working against Harley. Let's see what KP can do after this clash.
Checking out the hyena there, and the nice tight frame there, jumping in and making sure that there isn't much of a gap here, understanding and calling out the fact that he went for it.
Ooh,
And the down one scoop just wasn't enough to really seal a deal for KP. Once he went in there, he put his hands on Aquaman, although he do a lot more damage once he traits out of it. Hold on, there it is, looking for something here. The call out by KP.
Challenges +1 with the down one. The 6-frame is really doing wonders for Dragon.
And the back to the overhead, opening up Katana Prime here. He's finding himself in a bad spot, decides to let go of block, trying to get something going here. I guess he just doesn't want to play this game anymore. He's switching over to Wonder Woman. There's no way he wants to go through all that again. Is this going to be a little cat and mouse game? Is he going to switch to Wonder Woman and then Dragon switch over to Black Adam? And can KP finish the deal with, running back that first game that we saw? But let's see what happens. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see if KP can take out Dragon's Aquaman with Wonder Woman. Now Wonder Woman, a little bit more of like a mid to full screen, a mid to full screen character. She doesn't really want to be in your face. She wants to keep you at bay with those shield tosses. Very, very tough to deal with.
We'll see if how this matchup is played. I haven't really seen it much, but I'm guessing that Aquaman's going to try to rush down most of the time. Get in there.
I mean, it looks like Dragon's in here right now, going for the mix-up, jumping over and hitting him with the overhead. Katana Prime not ready for it, and hitting him with the shield bash here.
Ooh, this is looking mighty ugly for KP right now. Dragon's making all the right reads, all the right moves.
Well, I know Dragon was dabbling a little bit with Wonder Woman, so I feel like, even though she is one of the more underutilized character, I feel like Dragon at least understands where her strengths are and where, you don't want to be against her, at what ranges. So, you either want to be really, really full screen, so you're outside of the shield toss range, or you want to be right in front of her face.
Yeah, there's no really in between with her. She plays really good at that mid-range level, like you said, so, that's where he's probably going to stay in or stay out. No in between. He really went for the whiff punish down with that one, too.
And there it is. I believe that was a punish, or Dragon was trying to move out of the way, trying to get something going. Hold on, finding himself in the corner. This is where KP can dictate more of the spacing here. Once he knows that Dragon's in a static spot like the corner, he can really just stay in the mid-range here.
Dragon's defense is impenetrable sometimes. You see how that down 2 lift on jump 2. Oh my goodness.
A little bit too early as KP pulling the trigger a little too, instinctively. He got a little ahead of himself. If he timed it a little bit later, it probably would have connected. But Katana Prime's not out of this yet. He just got some health regain. He's looking to make this comeback. He's got to hold all this chip damage from the Trident Rush. And he thought Dragon would move afterwards. Dragon clipping KP right in the shins over and over again and extending these combos, making this Tentacle Strike just hurt over and over again. KP tries to advance there and just to no avail, doesn't get anything going. He's not sure where he wants to be. Is he going to try to stick this out? Maybe he learned something a little bit towards the end of that.
Yes, he looks like he's going back to Wonder Woman. I think that's what he believes in. So let's see what he does here, make some adjustments and make it better.
All right, and the back two, opening him up with the overhead, continuing the combo and continuing all this pressure here. The Trident Rush, it is meter burned. KP just being taken for a ride. But I mean, look, man, this is the EVO champion. This is the E-League champion. What do you really expect here?
Yeah, right now, Dragon's just outspacing KP. See, look at the spacing there. It's just perfect.
Yeah, he's right in that forward 2 range. Very tough to punish that move. Really the only time you can punish it if you're right next to Aquaman, you got to use your faster buttons.
Exactly. Man, it's looking like a wash right now. Dragon's just making all the right moves, man.
Looking for the overhead here, probably anticipating Dragon to advance forward towards him, but, just doesn't get anything going here. The Tentacle Strike snatching her out of the air, snatching any attempts.
KP is really flustered right now, getting opened up by Brawl back twos and stuff. It's looking bad.
Yeah, man, the back two, although Aquaman doesn't really have too much in the categories of starting overheads, the back two is a good long-range move, a good poking tool, but it's very slow, and it is, a lot of the top players feel like that they can react to it.
They do. Buddy Forever King, he swears he will never get hit by it.
And Katana Prime going down to the EVO champion, Dragon. Dragon advances right there in losers.
Dragon looking really strong with Aquaman. You think he's going to switch back to Black Adam, or he's going to carry over the Aquaman momentum?
I don't know. I think he's going to carry that Aquaman momentum. It did give him the win over KP, and everyone loves their win over KP. KP, a little bit, I guess you can be a little bit happy with the fact that you did take away that Black Adam. He couldn't beat you with Black Adam. That match was super free. There's no question about it. It's just Aquaman, he's got that anti-air, and it's so hard to really get through all that as Harley Quinn.
Well, yeah, so next up is Gur and Toxin. Toxin's the man who eliminated me from the tournament, so I got to be rooting for him. Hopefully he does well here.
Toxin's been crazy. Toxin's also had a tear in Dragon Ball Z. He's been putting in his work there. I know he made top 32 in winners last night, and along with a lot of other people just in this top 8, Coach Steve, Theo, Sonic Fox, Toxin, all in there for Dragon Ball Z. Half of this top 8 made the top 32, and I know top 32 is not really where you're striving to go for in a brand new game, but it is still impressive, and I feel like they can really, really do it.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Toxin. Seeing what he's been doing in Dragon Ball Z is just phenomenal. Very minimal drops and just always going for the optimization.
It's a really strong team as well, and I believe it's 18 Kid Buu Black, maybe? Something like that. I know he had 18 in Black last time I saw him play.
Most of the work was being done by 18 and Goku Black. I'm sure he has a various different third character, but that's Dragon Ball Z. And that's actually on Bifuteki later tonight at 9 p.m. So if you guys are already trying to see, what the first major looks like, and, everyone who's got their money on Sonic Fox knows that he's going to be here in that top 8 because no one is stopping the Fox. He's been on a tear.
There's some juice there. Next round, I'm looking at the brackets this morning. If Sonic wins his first round and then Chris G wins his next round, Sonic and Chris G meet in top 16.
I still got my money on Sonic Fox.
Man,
Sonic Fox versus anyone, my money's always going to be on Sonic Fox.
I cannot
no
wait
question.
to see it. Side bets are going to be great for that one. I already know. Everyone loves a good Sonic Fox Chris G matchup.
All right, so these guys are just button checking, making sure everything works, making sure that everything's mapped the right way. Now, this is a matchup that we have not, I don't think we've ever seen, really. I mean, the last time Gur ran into a Scarecrow, he didn't have the power of the Atom. I believe he was able to close it out with Bane.
Yeah, I I believe Toxin dropped Scarecrow, not necessarily dropped him, put him away when Supergirl was discovered as great, you know. But now the Supergirl caught a little nerf. Toxin's back to Scarecrow, and he's been looking really strong with him again.
All right, Gur getting out of that trait very fast. Really, all he wanted to do was go in and get that first hit. And, you know, as long as he gets that. And why I think Gur is finding so much success with the Atom is because he's able to simplify his gameplay. Get the hits wherever you can after utilizing the trait. Use the trait, get in, hit him as hard as you can, get out, and wait for trait to come back. Set up shop, you know, do what you have to do. Damage over time. Stomping him out.
Yeah, Gur plays Adam really well. He does a lot of just waiting for the trait stuff, you know, just stomping on the floor, shooting his shots, trying to catch him when he catches him.
And the down one into the gas blast here. Toxin's gonna make sure it hurts. Now the hard part about this is the fact that it leaves him in a standing position. No access to wake up attacks at all. You gotta guess, am I gonna press buttons? Am I gonna press buttons and then go for a command throw? So many different options here. Hold on, keeping him there, not letting him connect there. And I think Gur is okay with that trade. Perfectly content with the fact that he could not capitalize off that hit traumatize.
Yeah. Now Toxin and Gur are pretty much even on everything besides bar. But now Toxin has him in the corner. This is not the position you want to be against Scarecrow.
Here we go, the gas is on. Now, for those of you who don't know, the way Scarecrow's trait works, when he turns it on, if you're anywhere near him, that gas is gonna be doing damage even if you are hitting him.
Scarecrow's gas is really strong because even though he can be getting hit in a combo, if you don't have the health to take it, you're still gonna lose from the gas while you're hitting him.
And Gur was looking for that last and final hit so hard, just wanted to get any kind of edge over him. Is he gonna be punishing him with that No, he didn't. The forward dash, he tried to react to it. He thought it was fast enough to punish, and it wasn't. Toxin able to just block right after. He's got to block all this. No way. When it's all on the line, when the pressure is on, you're here on the stage in top 8. There is no way you're blocking everything Adam is throwing at you, and that's really what that game came down to.
Yeah. And
can you block all this?
Either to push block. Or
exactly.
It's pretty much over.
No meter to push block. No meter to kind of get him out of dodge there. Chucking the supercomputer here, the unblockable stuff here, setting up shop, and just building bar, and also just waiting for his opportunity, waiting for the moment that his trait can go up.
Gur's game plan is so strong, man. Look how he just stand back, backdash, get his stomps out, throw out green science, make it hurt, stomp around. Now he runs you to the corner, and now it's just time to play.
Jumping in here with a jump in 3, and here we go. This is not where you want to be, up in the air at the mercy of Scarecrow in the corner. What's going to be the mix-up? Not sure if that was an option select, because Adam's wake up there in that teleport, it does flip him over to the other side, so I don't know if Toxin was actually buffering the gas blast input the opposite way, just in case he did wake up.
That would be pretty godlike, but I'm guessing he went for command grab on wake up, and it came out the other way.
No, it was the first thing I said. It's Toxin's godlike.
Oh, yeah.
Toxin, doing his homework, doing his research, and just, oh man, setting him up here for a ride. Here we go, not ending it with a command grab, looking for something, and no, this is specific. This is specific Adam wake-up stuff. It would not surprise me if Toxin just did his homework and understood how to get around these wake-ups, but Gur, not too far behind. He's got a lot of meter, and his trade is halfway on the way from coming back completely.
Yeah, Toxin is playing really well right now. He's doing his homework this well. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts making his adjustments. Oh my goodness, he blew him out of his trade, blew his whole trade away now. And Toxin takes that game looking mighty strong at the end there.
Yeah, no, because of the character power there being activated, once you're down to those last few little pixels, once you're down to like below 5%, it's so hard to get around Scarecrow once that's activated. Because if you just touch him, if you go near him, even if you're comboing him, that gas is going to be active and it's going to be hurting you.
Exactly. And Scarecrow has a teleport to pretty much just get right behind you.
Yeah, no, always there, always a threat. Scarecrow always has that full screen presence because he always has that option.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Toxin definitely does have a way to beat that there.
telling you, he knows, and that's really the main wake up that Adam players like to go for.
Yeah, it's not even, it's invincible because the way he flips it on the side, I'm guessing. But man, it is crazy. The Toxin's dealing with it really good.
Chucking down the blue Science vials here. Toxin finding the hit, confirming there, but dropping the last part. And look at that, he stopped, blocked the interactable, and then continued his pressure on. Adam a little too small. He's one of those characters that just gets smaller and smaller every time you try to approach him. Oh, and the green stuff there, thanks to Science. Gur is able to not only get out of the corner, but to escape with his life, and this is all bonus damage here. He was looking for the wake-up gas blast.
Toxin interrupted the 2-2-3 string. There's a huge gap in it, but it's plus if the last hit hits. Toxin knows he has to interrupt it there.
Oh, going for a ride, and Toxin just decides to break it.
Man,
I've got more than this belt to fight with.
Toxin looking like he has a little flustered a bit. Gur's making some good adjustments.
You know, Gur is definitely one of those mentally strong players. You know, he doesn't usually let his mistakes bother him. He kind of reminds me of just, you know, he's very carefree style. You know, if he wakes up on you and you punish him 3 times, he is the type of player to just wake up again because he thinks it's fun. He believes that you don't think he's gonna do it, and he will always do it. You know, that's why he's also that he's the king of interactables. That's why he's that player that always goes for them. They were nullified, they were nerfed a little bit. They took away a lot of the unblockable ones, but he still loves to go for them.
Oh yeah.
They're just a fun part of this game that makes it unique, being able to interact with the background and actually having to require a randomized stage select rule.
Oh yeah.
Because these stages do matter. You know, some power characters have advantages on various different stages versus, you know, gadget characters that don't utilize the background in the same way.
Yeah, now Gur gets the first hit with Adam's trait, which is pretty much like a guaranteed first hit in most instances. Jump back, call it out. Not many characters could deal with it.
Yeah, I don't know how many times does Adam not get the first hit here.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Gur's got it pretty much every time with jump back traits.
Oh, and Gur was looking to set up shop here. Luckily, Toxin able to get out of there, going with the penguin dive and down wanting his wake up, knowing that it's not fully invincible.
And he punished it as well. If he would have went into the chain spin, he would have killed him. I don't think he believed it would have punished though. That's pretty tricky. Also now it's Adam's time. Oh, it's crossed up, man. Oh my goodness.
I mean, how do you train against this? How do you learn to react to all these things? Adam is so small, there's no way you can see when he's going for those overheads, when he's going for those lows, while that character power is activated.
Yeah, there's no way. But Toxin destroys the first health bar there, has Gur in the corner. But yeah, that's exactly what I thought Gur was gonna do. Get as much damage as he can here.
Yeah, even if he's being comboed, he's giving Scarecrow a little taste of his own medicine. However, Scarecrow does do it best, a little bit easier there. All he's got to do is activate that character power.
Oh, Gur setting up shop. This is gonna be bad.
Oh, this hurts. Oh, this hurts.
Oh, it's over.
And,
Oh my goodness.
and thanks to Science, Gur making the comeback, making the adjustment. I mean, but, you know, my heart goes out there to Toxin. He really put it in work and really understood how to stop a specific, you know, that obstacle in front of you. How do I take this to the lab? How do I get around this wake-up teleport every time? And especially knowing a player like Gur with his tendencies, he loves to wake up, man. How many times did you see Toxin punish those wake up and Gur's like, you know, I'll do it again.
Yeah,
I'll try it again.
Toxin was only getting about a down 1 punish off most of it, so why not just keep doing it? You know, you just get down 1.
He was down wanting him towards the end, but, you know, he had specific setups there in the corner, you know, by jumping out, looking for that big meaty 3 and forcing Gur to whiff and get hit for a full combo.
Yeah, Gur played really well at the end there with that corner play. It was really crazy.
All right, and next up we're going to have Scar going up against Dragon. Scar, as we just saw, losing to Sonic Fox's Michelangelo along with everybody else here at this tournament. And Dragon we just saw with a decisive victory over Katana Prime. Not so much in the Black Adam Harley Quinn matchup, but more in the Aquaman just getting around everything Katana Prime was trying to do.
Exactly.
But Dragon is here. You know what I'm really excited about? And I know I love rooting for Gur. Gur is a very good friend of mine. But I want to see the run back between, I just want to see Dragon and Sonic Fox fighting in a tournament setting again. I feel like it's something we haven't seen in so long. And I feel like if anyone can get around the stuff that Sonic Fox is doing with Michelangelo, I think it's either Dragon or Theo. They're very composed players. They're very defensive players. They love blocking. They love waiting for their opportunity. And Michelangelo is that, that crazy character that I feel like he doesn't get enough when he guesses right. And if you hurt, and you can out-hurt him when you guess right, when you guess wrong, as Michelangelo.
Very possible. But in the corner, Mikey's game with his crossover
up drop shell,
that is actually amazing, including with his jump 3, including with the jumping, the shell roll that he jumps on. You can call in like Donnie and kicks him and keeps it safe. All that stuff is mad, super ambiguous.
It is tough to see there, but I feel like Dragon should be okay with this. He should understand. And that's what it is. It was the same thing when Sonic Fox was on this rhetoric about Darkseid. He was saying Darkseid, and this was right before CEO. Darkseid I think he's the best. He can mix you up for days. He does so much damage. He's so many different options. You cannot sit here and block all day. But what you have to realize as a player is that when you're playing against a character like that, that's very guess-orientated, you have to realize that you're going to guess wrong sometimes, and you also have to realize you're also going to guess right, and you cannot leave damage on the table once you guess right. Then, CEO, Sonic Fox versus Theo, if you guys are a little bit new to the scene, that was probably the biggest upset of the season when Theo, fresh off, before we knew anything about Theo and Injustice 2, 3-0 Sonic Fox after he was talking about all this Darkseid hype, and that train was just pretty much derailed. Sonic Fox never opened his mouth about Darkseid ever again.
Here goes Dragon and Scar. Dragon going Black Adam as usual. Scar coming with the Brainiac Maniac. So we'll see what happens here. Dive kicks all over the screen.
Oh, the dive kick, meter burning it, ensuring that it does extra damage. All that combo ability. And Dragon doing a great job of reacting to those forward threes, realizing the animation when those tentacles come out the back of Brainiac, understanding that it's going to hit overhead and it's got a great range.
Oh, yeah. Brainiac's range and his ability to make your guess at close ranges with his trait plus range is pretty amazing, between the down one being a low and the instant overhead dive kicks.
What I love more about Brainiac is his air mobility, being able to just kind of control that space. But I guess, Black Adam has something of his own with the foot dive, being able to threaten you with the fact that he can just immediately go into a foot dive, meter burn it, stay plus if you block it, or go into a combo if you get hit. And Dragon getting so much done here. This one's gonna hurt. This one's for the books. Getting rid of that first gray health bar, and Dragon in a phenomenal position here. Brainiac up against the corner. He's not going to give him any breathing room. He's not going to let him take to the air and find his way out. Dragon's just staying on top of his prey.
Yeah, Dragon is mauling Brainiac right now. Let's see if Scar can come back and make it happen with a little bit of air mobility and some chip. Oh no.
The challenge there.
Yes, Dragon is playing well.
The challenge there by Dragon, just immediately going for that high, advancing normal. And that's probably Black Adam's best tool. The fact that he can just close that space between himself and his opponent, jumping in with the jump in two.
That punished the dive kick. That was actually the first time I've ever seen something like that.
And there we go, the dive kick, because Scar knows that Dragon was down to a tiny little pixel, wants to get rid of it, the chip damage, and that is an input error there. What Scar was actually going for was an instant dive kick. Did it a little too early, got it okay that time.
Okay, the Scar is in a good position here to put the work on. Ooh, he woke up anyway with forward one. Wow. That's plus. Let's see what he does now.
That's plus. Dragon respecting it perfectly. Getting hit by the low here. Getting hit again. The beta drone is out there.
Ooh,
we do have
read the
super.
grab. That's a super. Ooh, no, he didn't do it. He said.
He decided to just save us all some time, go for a bounce cancel, because and that's pure understandment there. Dragon knowing that he already utilized his clash, knowing that he can't flip out, can't do anything in this situation.
Nope, nothing at all. Ooh, Scar challenges 113 with his own button. 113 trade is like plus 12 or so, plus 8, somewhere around that range. I'm not sure. But.
And Scar challenging over and over again. Dragon with the successful 3 counter hits here, and then just kind of changing the position here, changing the mood, and switching over and staying on the ground long enough to actually get thrown.
Yeah, Ooh, Dragon clips Scar with a dive kick. Now he's going to get full combo for about 330. There we go.
Going up to the air, that instant jump one, it stays so active for so long, and it's very hard to see Brainiac lose in the air, you know, especially because of that dive kick. The hitbox that just surrounds his hurt box is so intense.
Yeah, he has priority pretty much over any move in the game. His dive kick in the air, nothing. I've never seen anything beat it if it's out. So we'll see what happens here. Scar's going for the good old dive kick, beta drone pressure.
Dragon's doing a great job of utilizing that down one, really understanding where Scar's tendencies are, where he wants to continue pressure where he shouldn't. And, you know, 6-frame down one in Injustice, it doesn't get faster than that.
All right, so Scar makes a good read on the interactive one, gets over, pretty sure he gets a punish on that throw there.
I like the side switch there, trying to buy himself as much real estate as possible here. And that's what Brainiac wants. Because he doesn't want to rely on that wake up, the wake up that's very stuffable. He wants to rely on being able to kind of outspace his opponent and just have a little bit of air to jump into.
Yeah, so looking away now, Scar has the life lead out of nowhere. Just a little bit of that corner game, and Brainiac hits like a tank.
The down one, the mix up here. Dragon possibly anticipating the overhead dive kick. Hold on, what's going to happen here? Can Dragon make this happen? The Palpatine goes for the cross-up, and what a block there by Scar, and the challenge.
Let's see what Scar does here. Backs to the corner, good push block.
That was smart, that was smart. That's bar for bar, get the momentum back on your side.
Oh yeah, Scar, the highest level of players.
He didn't take to the air, he didn't take the other, but he's fine. Can Dragon make this comeback?
It's looking scary. Yes, trade, no bar though.
What's nothing to do with the dive kick? The throw and no
What is
punish
that?
there, and Dragon getting beat out in the sky. Scar going for the air-to-air, keeping his composure, very, very close to losing that. And that would have been a huge game changer. If Dragon made that comeback, it's really hard to keep yourself composed after losing such a life lead like that. And Scar's feeling himself right now, immediately with the down two, knowing that he was going to go for that advancing high.
Oh yeah, Scar knew he was coming with the forward one. Isaac convert off this. Hard knockdown to interact with that is major damage.
That was a lot of damage there. It hurt. It hurt. And I'm very surprised that Dragon actually didn't get away from that.
Oh my goodness. That's the mix. The down one, but you could take the down one all day if you don't, instead of getting hit by the overhead. Oh my goodness. Scar's on point with his anti-airs right now.
And the anti-air down two, taking him out of the sky and converting into, you know, pretty good damage and corner carry here. Dragon in a bad spot, and the whiff punish there by Scar.
Scar's looking absolutely OD right now.
Oh, thought he was going to get something going with the trade. Doesn't get the whiff punish on the wake-up lightning cage. Get off of me. I'm teching those. Do not touch me. Go ahead. Go to the air. I'm going to down to you. Scar making a statement here. Technically taking the lead over Dragon right now in this set.
Yeah, Scar is looking phenomenal. I don't know what happened from the first to second game, but right now he's making every right read on Dragon. Another down two. Oh my goodness, stop jumping.
The down two here, having enough breathing room to call out those drones. The forward three, perfectly spaced out there at max range, knowing exactly where Dragon's going to be. And that's the thing, when you're in the corner, your opponent knows how far you're actually going to be. It's a little bit harder to find some wiggle room there. You're so limited on your movement.
Dragon clips Scar with the black magic there for 323. Let's see what Scar does. Ooh, he gets a grab off, but Scar hasn't been grabbed at all this game if you ever noticed. That's the next level defense right there, man.
Reacting to it, understanding that this is your opportunity to tech. Hold on, watch out, those unblockable orbs surrounding Dragon, making sure that he gets rid of that gray health bar. But Scar is not sweating it. He's got an entire life bar left. Hold on a second. And Dragon didn't have the bar to utilize and to fully combo right afterwards. Dragon's really, really at a huge deficit here.
Now Dragon gets about 50% difference here. Oh, but Scar's just throwing the shoulder charges out. Now he's gonna down one and let it happen.
That was 4 down ones in a row. Just completely okay with it. He wasn't trying to give him an opportunity to do anything else. Can he challenge there? Good reaction there, the low lightning. Black Adam's only low aside from his sweep.
Ooh, he got the anti-air, but the priority makes it trade. Oh my goodness, Scar up 2-1 now.
I mean, when your opponent's down to a pixel and you got enough, not only do you have enough health to really sit back on, you also have Clash. A trade is definitely in your favor when your opponent's down to absolutely nothing. And in that situation, Dragon goes to the character select tree. Now, again, we saw Dragon switch over to Aquaman. You know, maybe a little bit more presence. Aquaman a lot of his normals do revolve around his trident that he holds. So that trident acts as a hitbox that goes away from his hurtbox. But I guess we're not going to be seeing any of that. Instead, he's going with what he knows best, and that is Black Adam. He feels like he beat Scar that first game. He can do it 2 more times. He's confident in himself. Scar looking to get that first hit with the low. No first hit has been awarded yet. In Injustice, you actually get a bonus meter because of the first hit.
Yeah, now, that's still, oh, there goes the first hit for Scar. Let's see what he gets going. He's throwing that down one out a lot now. I think he's working on his conditioning for all the overheads he's been doing, so he's going to start throwing out that down one a lot more, I bet. Another grab for Scar as well. Uncharacteristic Dragon.
Looking for that down one, connecting the low here, and the instant jump 2 gets Scar off guard here in the air. You know, and that's normally where Brainiac is in control, in the air where he has everything at his demise.
Oh my goodness, that was a sweet combo by Dragon. Scar wakes up, knows that Dragon just wants the health. Ooh, but he's gonna take the health bar here, I'm pretty sure.
That was a lot of damage here. Sending Dragon to the corner and holding on to his tiny little gray pixel. Turns on that little trait. Surrounds himself in those unblockable orbs, making sure he gets guaranteed damage as long as Scar touches them.
Ooh, he catches him with Black Magic. He's going to lead the full combo from anywhere on the screen. Good flip out by Scar into the down one grab.
Throws him over to the other side. Hits him with the dive kick and the down one, the low here.
Ooh, whiff punishes the dive kick. Good clash by Scar, even meter. I don't think anyone's inventing the bar.
Now Scar actually has 2 to Dragon's 1, uses 1 bar. Very smart of him to know that Dragon was going to hold on to it. Now Scar's just kind of, you know, holding on to that second bar. You know, he'd rather have the combo potential or possibly just a way to contest Dragon's clash when the moment comes. If he's going to present it, hold on. Not presenting it here. The down 2.
Oh my goodness, he reads the grab.
He shimmied himself here. Going in for the throw. Dragon realized it, recognized it, and went for a neutral jump for a full combo punish instead of just a measly little tech throw. And Dragon fighting back, tying up the set 2-2. That was
right into it. He's ready to go.
It really came down to just that fake, that throw attempt. You know, and usually getting shimmied is the other way around. You go in pretending that you're going to throw, and then you jump. And so instead, Dragon actually reacted to something better when he was really going to throw.
That's the next level meta right there. Scar is really clipping with his down 1 throws. Whoa.
A little bit of a reset there with the drone. So the drone isn't able to be comboed after that. The drone can combo in the air, but not while the opponent's on the ground. Stuffing out that wake up perfectly is Dragon. Hold on. This momentum trait is gone. Can Scar get something to happen?
Yeah, Dragon's held his composure really well. He's made some good adjustments. Got the life lead here and the gray life. So let's see who loses their first health bar. Brainiac hits for a lot of damage. With 2 bars, he can take everything.
Whoa, giving him a neutral jump of his own, understanding there is a gap there with that low lightning. And you know, what's so crazy is that was the first time Dragon went for that in a long time. Swinging over Dragon, over his head, kind of teasing him like, come on, man, come after me. Those orbs are going to go away. And he just dive kicks him right there at the end. And Scar turning it around. Dragon had such a huge life lead there in the gray health bar.
Yeah, Scar just played the perfect waiting game there. He went for the interrupt, I believe, there, but that's pretty tough.
You know, that's when you really have your opponent. That's the ultimate level of respect of Brainiac's dive kick. He just threatened him with the dive kick, and Dragon just stood there helplessly, did not know what to do in that situation.
Scar just started a pressure sequence here in the corner. No wake up coming from Black Adam. It's gonna look really ugly really soon.
Oh, and the foot dive, meter burning it for more combo ability. Hold on, go to the other side, getting around that down 2 is Dragon. Connecting with the back 3, going with the unclashable step with the forward 3. Hold on, he's trying to avoid this clash. Super out the gate, it is going through it. It's gonna stop him before he dies. This is gonna hurt. I think it's gonna be very close. It's gonna come down to a few more plays right after this. The mothership out here to do the damage on Black Adam, obliterating him very close as I called it.
Oh,
and the
Scar
dive
takes it with the dive kick.
And if Dragon blocked that situation, it would have been Scar's demise because of those unblockable orbs. Came down to the super. blowing him away, bringing him down to absolutely nothing, just a tiny little pixel. And Dragon was okay with it. He said, I'm alive. All I have to do is turn on my trait and I win. No, here's a foot dive right in your face, and Scar edges it over Dragon. I can't believe this.
Yeah, Dragon dashed up there anticipating Scar to like panic or something, and Scar just wasn't ready for it. Dive kicked him right in the face. And it's over.
I can't believe what I just saw. To be so confident in that read, the fact that he just knew that there's no way he's blocking this, because if he just blocked it, it would have been on. He would have blocked it even if he tried to do anything. He wouldn't have to do anything. Just those orbs, the unblockable orbs, the presence, it would have been enough to take out Scar.
Yeah.
And what, you couldn't ask for a better ending there in a set.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's definitely great. If Dragon would have played a little more patiently, maybe like he normally would, just turn trade on, walk back a bit. What is Brainiac gonna do besides jump at you or something? So he could have done anything, but
I think what Dragon was trying to avoid was a repeat of that situation again, where he had his orbs on, and Scar was just kind of bouncing around over his head, over back, just threatening that dive kick. So I guess Dragon was anticipating that, so he just said, I'm going to get close to him before he can even get up into the air and start all those air shenanigans. And Scar was ready for it. He just said, I'm not even thinking about those. I'm going straight for a dive kick right for your face.
Yeah, that's exactly what Scar did, and Scar managed to pull it off. He was also at a disadvantage in the beginning. He made a comeback, came back, ended up hitting him with the super through the gap.
I mean, it was, yeah, and that was the thing also about the super. It was so close to actually killing Scar.
Oh, yeah.
If that super was any slower, a few more lightning strikes would have actually connected. The super, you actually do take the raw damage for anything in the armor, unlike when you meter burn back 3 or meter burn forward 3, you take significantly less damage with whatever you absorb with that armor, but that's not the case with the super. So I think maybe Scar was like panicking a little bit right there when he saw his life going away, and he saw that the super is going through, and it went through. It made it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dragon saved himself, because in Injustice, if you mash the buttons during super, you got to mash up to certain points. You get, take less damage, or you could do more damage as the hitter who hits the super. So I did see the shield, so I know Dragon saved himself a little damage, so that might have saved him that little health.
Yeah, that could have been. That could have been it.
I'm in this for the long haul.
Now, these two are best buds here. They always end up playing each other somehow. I believe it's like the third major they had to play each other for elimination.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I believe in top 8 as well most of the time. And these guys are both New York veterans. They've been around in the scene for a while, especially Coach Steve. And I'm sure that neither of them are going to be happy about eliminating each other. But this is Winter Brawl for Injustice, and someone's got to go home loser.
Someone has to lose. Someone has to lose. I've actually never seen Coach Steve play Manta. Surprised he's not sticking to Atrocitus, how well he's been playing with him. Maybe he knows something that we don't.
Yeah, it could be something matchup specific here. It could be something where he feels like Gur possibly understands where the holes in Atrocitus' gameplay is.
Yeah, Adam's actually looking pretty good right now. Or is Manta actually? Sorry.
Yeah, his Manta is looking great. He's understanding where to poke here, but Gur off, hold on, trying to put on before he can even slam him on the ground and do as much damage as possible. That green, the green science being thrown around there is enough. Hold on, down wanting him. Any attempts to make some kind of offense with the character power of the Atom. Now what the Atom does when he activates his character power, he shrinks down to a microscopic size, and he's able to inflict you with mix-up upon mix-up with lows, overheads, and he can even end it with a throw.
Yeah, the throw is pretty much unseeable. You literally have to read the throw to pretty much tech it at that point.
Exactly.
You can't see it coming.
There's no way you're seeing that throw coming. And the throw is a safe way to get out of the character power without, getting punished.
Yeah, because after Adam's trait, he has a long recovery if you don't end it in time.
Exactly. All right, putting down the green, setting up shop here in the corner. Little shades of his match between Docs, and hold on, looking for the meter burn back 3. But even if that meter burn back 3 were to connect, I feel like Adam is just too tiny to even be in the vicinity of that back 3. So, a little questionable decision here by Coach Steve, going for the he's going for the unclashable stuff, very fancy, and Coach Steve gets out of there. Hold on, is Gur gonna regret this? No, he doesn't. Seals the deal there with the down 3.
Oh yeah.
knocking Coach Steve off his feet and taking the first game.
Yeah, let's see if Gur wants to stick with Adam, and he does. And Coach Steve sticks with
Coach
Black
Steve is
Manta.
sticking with Black Manta, definitely.
Yeah,
There's just no way he's... I don't know. I mean, Coach Steve very confident in his picks. Like I said before, he's a very calculated player. He's definitely someone who mulled this over all night, understanding where his top 8 path is and how to stop specific players. And I guess if he said if I have to fight Gur, I'm gonna go Manta.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
How did he block that? How did he block all of that, but not at the very last hit? Gur attempts to edge out that last little low to get out of punishable range.
Yeah, Gur locked him down in the corner for a second there, but now the Manta's out. Let's see if he can return to where he's strong at in the neutral and make something happen.
And I love that laser game that Coach Steve is doing. Now, when Manta does connect those lasers, you kind of have to block. You kind of have to block confirm those. Once those lasers are blocked, your best bet to keep it safe is to meter burn it. Not only do you keep it safe, but you inflict a little bit more chip here. Oh, extending the combo here with the back 3. Coach Steve finds himself in the corner with the green in front of him, but those stabs are so fast going through the armor of the meter burn back 3 that Gur so desperately tried to attempt there. Now, when you meter burn back 3 or meter burn forward 3, you only get 1 hit of armor. So Coach Steve knew that and went with the stabbing string there.
Oh, and he converted off the raw forward to an anti-air with a down one laser. Pretty great. Coach Steve's always prepared for all these things, man. Coach Steve is one of the greatest at converting off of stray hits.
Yeah, no, he definitely is. Stray hits, trades, and very strange little situations. The down 3 here, the wake up by Coach Steve, disrespecting anything that Gur is trying to do on his wake up. The down 1 checking him out of that character power and forcing the clash.
Wow, Coach Steve is one of the only people I've ever seen who knows when to like poke and get him out of these character powers.
You can tell that these guys played a lot.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
And you know, Gur is the Adam to be watching. If you're trying to see how to play Adam at the highest level, you need to watch Gur's matches.
Oh yeah, Gur is no doubt best Adam. Only person with results with Adam. Only Adam I truly like ever see in the tournament.
Looking for something here. No anti-air from either player here. Checks him with the low. And Coach Steve extending the combo, air escaping. Gur's last attempt at winning this game here. Checking him over and over again with those down 1s. Hitting him with the lasers, not enough meter to utilize for some more chip damage, but that second time was good enough there, and Gur going down. Coach Steve, I mean, that first game was so decisive in Gur's favor. Coach Steve understood what he did wrong, and he was confident with the pick. He went into rematch, and look, he's showing everybody at home that this is why I'm picking Mana. I understand where to poke. I understand what to do when Gur wants to do meter burn back 3s.
And he's definitely proven his point here. He's made really good adjustments there from the first game. And now Gur's back to his business. Ooh, and he catches him with the meter burn 4-3.
Yeah, catching any attempt that he had of throwing Gur into the corner. And you know, that's really what you always have to anticipate from your opponent in any fighting game. When you have him in the corner, you have to realize that you're always 1 throw away from being put into the corner yourself.
Exactly. That's why some characters' game plan is just no corner. No playing none of that game, because when some people hit the corner and it's over.
Yeah, it's tough. Here we go. Not going to block all this mix-up. What side is he on? Is it overhead? Is it low? Is he thinking about a throw? All those things have to go through your mind once you're getting barraged there by Adam's offensive character power.
Yeah, Adam's character power is ridiculously strong. It has so many options, so mobile. Look at the mobility.
The throw! You can't see it. You can't see it happening.
I don't know what else you do about it besides just sit there and take it, man. You catch a read and get shimmied, I don't know.
I mean, Adam's character power is almost like it's free damage. Once you give him enough room to activate it, it's really tough to walk away without getting hurt.
Oh yeah, and Gur has great utility of it. Gur is absolutely washing Steve right now. And let's see if he can make a dramatic comeback.
Ooh, trying to get something, a whiff punish here. Coach Steve looking desperate. Hold on, connects it there, and Gur challenging with a down 1, looking for the sweep, looking to knock Coach Steve off his feet.
That sweep low profile, so many moves, man.
Didn't low profile that meter burn back 3, however, went for a ride.
Yeah, Gur goes into character power, now it's up, now it's a ride.
Oh, the back throw. He's got him in the corner. Is this enough? Can he keep the pressure on him? Can he keep him in this corner? Can he stop him from activating that character power, or can he stop him from hitting the super? Gur giving the crowd what they want, shrinking down, somehow going through that suit.
When he gets huge for 1 second. Oh, wow. Oh, you ever think about, what if Adam had a move where he got huge? That'd be pretty sweet. Pretty broken, though.
Do you remember actually seeing Adam in, I believe Adam was in the background of Injustice 1. He was that transition that just like got huge and threw him through the Hall of Justice.
Yeah, he was in the background typing in the stage too. He was doing his little research or whatever he does.
All right, Coach Steve, you know, although, again, a wash there in favor of Gur. Sticking to his guns. And I guess Gur wants, and I'm not sure if anyone, I know sometimes we don't have the right audio. I don't know if anyone can actually hear the intros or if I'm talking over them.
I'm not sure.
I might be talking over intros, but it's okay. Last time, we couldn't hear him at home.
Yeah, well, Gur gets the first hit, and then Coach Steve gets the corner position. Let's see what he makes work out of it.
All right, backing up and going for the interactable, giving Gur a taste of his own medicine here. The down two to send him out of the sky. Hold on, a little bit of a miscalculation there by Coach Steve. Wasn't really sure where he was on the screen.
Man, I've never seen Adam trade pretty much either ends in a combo or ends in a hit or the throw. There's not really much that's just all blocked.
Yeah, the unsuccessful rate there for Adam's character power, it has to be ridiculous. Very few instances do you see him actually survive the entire thing and punish.
Oh, yeah. Coach Steve just went for down two back row bounce. If he would have landed, I might have lost my mind. That would be amazing.
Down two back.
Or down two back three.
Hitting him with the throw here. Knocking him on the ground. The forward three does get blocked. It is an overhead. Challenging again, probably in a spot where he shouldn't have challenged. Gur being a little disrespectful, pressing buttons right after his buttons get blocked.
Yeah, Coach Steve takes the first life bar and clips him with that. Looking good here. There goes Gur and his character power.
Oh, poking him out there. And I think what Coach Steve understands is that you can hit him as long as he's starting up, going for the overhead. And that was perfectly timed there. Gur looking for the overhead, and Coach Steve just knocking him out of that character power completely.
Yeah, Coach Steve with a great hit confirm into the background bounce to force the clash.
He's got 2 bars. Is he going to be spending it? No. Decides to hold on to it, giving Gur a little bit of wiggle room for himself. However, Gur has utilized all his resources. Hold on. Never mind. He had that last one in the character power enough to close out that first gray health bar.
Yeah, we did low profiles of 4-2 with down 3. And now he put through the good guy. It's going to do about 2 something, I believe.
So much damage because of that green science there. It does damage over time as long as your opponent is in that vicinity.
Let's see, so it's about even on health here. Gur actually has a slight health lead, but Adam also has more health, so I'm not really sure what the calculations are there. But here goes the clash.
Heard of David and Goliath?
2 bars, gets him 25% back, 15 for the first and 10 for the second. Jumping in there is Gur, however, doesn't convert into a full combo, but he's okay. Keeping this neutral right in front of him. The down one into the background bounce. It hurts so bad.
Push blocks and he doesn't want to deal with it.
I mean, that's the thing, though. You can either opt to push block it, get away, and you're both fine. You're not in a bad situation. But there are players who can actually survive it or try to survive it, and they know if they survive it long enough, they can actually punish Adam for coming out of that character power.
Yeah,
Double overhead.
really close right now.
Double overheads here. Hold on, the delay wake up, getting around the stop, and that's gonna be enough. Gur seeing the win there as he traps Coach Steve in that little orb bubble in the air, and he knew all it took was gonna be one more back three. Coach Steve looking a little upset about this loss, knowing that, you know, for the last few times that they've, you know, they're all good sports there, but, you know, he knows that the last few times that these guys have fought it out, Gur has always come out the victor, always edging it over Coach Steve. And, you know, if you're Coach Steve, especially after last night, you got to really be feeling yourself, being able to take it to Dragon, knocking Dragon into loser's bracket, and then losing to Gur. So he's not too happy about this.
Yeah, Coach Steve played phenomenal the whole tournament. Had probably the hypest moment of the year so far with the walk down atrocitus, 3 balls, 4-3. Great moment of yesterday, man. That was really great. But he's going to come out here, what, about 5th place, I believe?
All right, and right now we're going to a commercial break, guys, so don't go anywhere. Keep it right here on Bifuteki.
Alrighty.
Michelangelo. Superman. Fighters approaching Brainiac's ship.
Up next.
Begin.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Injustice 2 at Winter Brawl 12. I'm Darth Arma, joined here by
Finesse MK.
Finesse MK. Getting a little excited here for winners finals. What we have on stage and ready for everyone at home is going to be Echo Fox versus Echo Fox. Sonic Fox versus Theo. Now Sonic Fox on a tear with a brand new character, a character that's not even 2 weeks old, and that character is Michelangelo. Mix City. Nothing but Vortex, nothing but 50-50s, especially when he's got you in the corner. And he's going to be going up against the defensive wall known as Theo. Now, Theo, this entire tournament, we saw nothing but Dr. Fate. But here we go. I see something a little bit different on this stage as we cut over to the intro.
All right, this is training day.
I got the whole ninja thing covered.
Gonna take more than that.
Letting the intro rocks. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hold on. Who's going to get that first hit? You got to watch out for Michelangelo's load. Hold on. Never mind. Just not blocking the laser 3 times in a row. Very strange. Very unlike Sonic Fox. I think he's not realizing how much of a startup that turtling special move actually has.
Yeah. See, Theo's already push blocking as soon as he gets in. Let's see what he does.
Hold on, gets connected there, and look at that, setting up the interactable, going for the Kano ball. Let's not call it anything else. We're going for the Kano ball here, and Theo hitting him with that back 3, sending him towards the corner here. Yeah, this is very scary stuff, and of course, don't throw out buttons in front of Theo, especially not when he's rocking Superman and he's got that forward 2-3 range.
Yeah, he's looking really strong against Sonic's Mikey, who hasn't beat all day. Ooh, and he shimmies him.
He shimmied him so hard, went shoulder to shoulder, made him think he was going for a throw, and decided to go for the neutral jump.
That crossover was actually amazing what Theo just hit. Ooh, but he drops his combos really uncharacteristic. Catches him backdashing. He knew he was dropping combos.
And that's really what the best thing about Michelangelo's, breakdancing low is the fact that it catches you when you're trying to walk away from your opponent. And that's really what a lot of players are doing in the neutral.
Oh, yeah. Sonic goes. See, Sonic is going for a setup there with the Kano ball off the interactable throw, because interactable's plus, so the block stun from that plus the plus frames of the thing would be probably really strong, but we haven't got to see much of it.
Oh, and the whiff punish here, leaving him in a standing position, going for a throw. Not sure what Theo wanted to do. He tried to forward dash, thought maybe he was going over to the other side. Where's the mix-up? Theo caught poking here, and that's going to be a punish of the air escape.
He reads the grab. Ooh, there's a lot of good grab reads today.
That's not what I had planned.
And I think what Sonic Fox is going for the throws because he knows that Theo is a very respectful player. You know, not really one to challenge in those weird situations. Hold on, the bounce cancel to the forward three, into the back three, into the transition, and Sonic Fox takes it over Theo. I feel like Theo had complete control that entire match.
Yeah, it didn't feel like Sonic was winning at all, and then out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, it all happened from that Kano ball. When he threw the interactable, then the Kano ball, and then right there, Theo never left the corner. He couldn't do anything, and that's what it is. And it's a little bit of it's a little demoralizing there when you're trying to zone a turtle, and he just opts to go with the turtling because it builds him so much bar, just absorbing a projectile from full screen. Hold on.
Now it's Theo's world here. Let's see what he does.
He's got to watch out for Michelangelo's options. He's got to keep him tight. Hold on. Decides to go for the interactable out of there, possibly questioning Theo's option to go with just a rematch.
Oh yeah. Let's see if Sonic can continue what he's doing. But Theo opens him up immediately as I say that.
Oh man.
The Optima.
And he Kano balls out of there. Decides to just put Theo in the corner himself. And chipping him out there with those knuckles, the forward 2-3 animation there. Sonic Fox didn't have enough to withstand it. They're down 2 right out of the sky there with that skateboard.
Ooh. Goes for the safe option, but down 1 at low profile all his wake-ups.
Oh, misses the background bounce. The assist by Brainiac is not going to be seen today.
And look, Sonic is back just like that. Even health bars. Actually, if you count it, Sonic has a 100-point health lead right now. That's amazing.
No, it is, and it was from corner to corner. Like, the corner carry from Michelangelo is absolutely bananas.
Yeah, all this play with the TMNT, man, Leonardo's been discussed as one of the best, but I don't know, man. Mikey looks really strong right now.
Mikey looks absolutely strong. And right there, what Sonic Fox is doing, he's going for that overhead part in the back 2-2-3 string and just kind of teasing it. Instead of going for the overhead, he cancels it early, goes for the low. He went over for the cross-up, and he forced Theo to use that clash, and that's a huge resource in this game. You only get 1 clash per match.
Oh, yeah. And, Theo usually uses it really early because I'm sure he believes in his defense most of the time. But even against Sonic's Mikey, look, he push blocks there, guesses once, and then he opens him up in neutral. Good play by Theo. Theo actually has the meter advantage here. Let's see what he does.
Is he going to hurt him? He does!
Take the health.
15%. I think that's definitely worth your extra 1 bar here.
Ooh,
out of the sky.
Great anti-air.
Oh, but if he had just a little bit more meter, it would have been enough to take him out.
Theo went for something really risky, and Sonic knows.
Hold on, Theo's got some meter. What's he going to do with it? What's going to be the wake up? And he hits him with the overhead. Theo's like, this maniac is going to go for the low. This maniac is going to go for the low. And Sonic Fox goes for that universal overhead that every single turtle has access to in the forward 2.
Yeah, Sonic is really scumming it out right now with these 50-50s, man. It's amazing. This character is absolutely OD.
Oh, big whiff punish here, canceling right into the cheapskate. Doesn't get the back 3, however, he does recognize the drop and decides to go for the momentum, decides to continue his pressure. Oh, Theo challenging a little bit there. Those plus frames from the cheapskate. Oh, that's going to hurt. He's in the corner. What's going to be the mix-up here? Goes for the down 1 into the cross-up shell drop. And that's going to be enough to seal the deal. Sonic Fox, you know, that's pretty much what it is. It's a 2-step program. Step 1, get him in the corner. Step 2, mix him up for days. And that's all Sonic wants to do.
Look at the armor breaking. Oh, this is looking really bad for Theo. And fantastic for Sonic. He's proven that Mikey's busted. It's happening right now. Mikey's mix is absolutely OD.
This is crazy. Going for the turtling, building so much bar, almost like a third or 4th of a bar every time he absorbs a projectile. So it's kind of giving you a little bit less of an incentive to continue there.
He actually went for the meter burn one, which pretty much acts as a parry. Oh, the overhead cross-up
No one
mix
can
up
see
is
it.
OD.
You can't see it. You can't see it. If Theo can't see it, no one can see it. The cross-up overhead, and Theo forced to air escape. Doesn't want to get comboed anymore. Not only that, but wants to turn the tables, put Michelangelo in the corner, and start his oppression.
Yeah, Theo just went for something really interesting. He went for air dash in the corner, but how else did you open up Sonic? You got to do something interesting. And he punishes the air laser.
The stand ones, 1-1-1 right in the corner. The shell drop, the cross up overhead here. So tough to see coming. And you know, you just have so much access to different options there in terms of a mix up. You can make that overhead shell drop come close. You can make it go far, and depending on whether you're in the corner or not, you can make it cross up or not cross up. Very tricky stuff to see there, and you know, not even one of the best when it comes to playing defense can see it. You really got to question
How
what
fair
could you,
it is.
Yeah, I mean, what could you really do? It was pretty much all she wrote every single time Sonic Fox got him into the corner, and normally Superman's the one that you feel like you cannot breathe when your back's up against the wall. All you see is those forward 2-3s all day. And here we go. On stage, we have Scar, Echo Fox, another Echo Fox boy, going up against Gur.
Yeah.
And
so-
I believe Scar is actually the one that knocked Gur into losers.
Yeah.
So Scar knocked Gur into losers, and Scar's been killing it with his Brainiac. I know Scar was really getting like a huge footing once, Supergirl was, a little bit buffed, and Scar's like, all right, this character's great. I'm going to use him, and I'm going to get great results. But what's so admirable is the fact that Scar always had like that backup plan, and that's really how you have to play. Pretty much in the modern day of fighting games, that's pretty much how you got to play any fighting game. When we have access to patches and rebalances, you got to have like a plan B and a plan C. And Scar's plan B was really that Brainiac, and his Brainiac is looking absolutely phenomenal. And being able to take a win over Dragon is who can do that? Who
Not
can
many.
really do that?
Not many have beat Dragon. I mean, you got Theo who beats Dragon and who's beaten Dragon more than Sonic, but who else besides them few people,
Yeah, that's what it is. And Scar can join the very few that have actually been able to say, I've taken a complete set with everything on the line. When the pressure is when the pressure is there, I was able to take it over Dragon. Now this is a button check, guys, so don't get excited here. Just checking out the, and I love the attention to detail. When Brainiac is on this stage, Brainiac is actually no longer in the background for the background bounce, but it's okay. The presence is still there, of his, so you can still use it the same. The tentacles bounce them right back.
I grow tired of your interference. Aliens are no better than Atlanteans. All life will be collected.
Begin.
Now we know that Gur loves to let the intros rock. He'll probably want to do it for every single game in this set. And Gur getting that first hit with a down one. Gur switching over to Manta, not seeing the usual Adam.
Wow, it is pretty interesting. He's been playing Adam all tournament. I haven't seen him switch off actually at all.
I mean, I guess he just didn't find the success there against, Scar. So,
Yeah, unless he's playing the game a lot different.
I think what it is the fact that Brainiac can take to the sky and be, and he has all the the options of the dive kick to really get through Adam whenever Adam is shrunken down to a tiny little microscopic size of a person. So Gur doesn't want to deal with it. He's trying to give his black mana a shot.
Yeah, you see how he's shooting them rockets out. It's definitely regulating the air very well, which is probably what he had in mind the whole time that he was thinking of this matchup.
Exactly, yes, definitely there. Regulating the air, making sure that Brainiac cannot occupy this space. No punish there after the follow-up.
Yeah, he's playing like a nice little zoning tick for Tap Manta here. Just throwing out these rockets, keeping Brainiac out the air.
Whoa, getting right under that drone right at the last second there. So Scar couldn't start his offense. And again, just anticipating Brainiac to really take to the sky and controlling it. And it's really a win-win situation for Gur. If you take to the sky, great, you get hit by rockets. If you don't, I get to keep building meter. And look at all this meter that he has, and he's cashing in with every single one of those lasers that get blocked. He's definitely going to be chipping them away. There it is again.
But now it's Scar's time. Scar has a Manta in the corner, so now it's time to put oh, now he's out. And the ties switch that quick.
Oh, Gur
Catches
getting
him.
he was getting a little impatient. What Gur should have done in that situation, he should have reevaluated the situation, seen that at any moment one dive kick was going to be his demise, and he could have just went back to shooting rockets in the air, you know, and that's really where he was keeping him at bay.
Yeah, he was playing it well before with just shooting the rockets, waiting for Scar to make his move towards him. I don't see why he wouldn't just do it again, even though he did have Scar in the corner.
Yeah. He just didn't. He thought maybe Scar would just sit there and take this chip damage, but you know, Scar is a top player. Even when it looks bleak, even when you're down to nothing, you are going to try to do something.
Yeah, Scar is always trying to make an offensive move. I believe Scar's offense is probably top 5 with this Brainiac. Is absolutely crazy between the plus frames and the range that he uses it at. He's very well with it. Gur gets a good answer there. Back to the corner, I'll see what he does.
Oh, looking for a double overhead there. Unfortunately, finds the bad end of a throw here. And Gur looking to put his hands on Brainiac, meter burning those lasers and inflicting as much chip as possible. Oh, meets the dive kick, and we're going to keep this unclashable. The forward 3 at the end. And Gur trying to challenge there with those drones are active. Very, you know, Gur's base at this point, he's forcing it. He's forcing his way in, trying to get something going. And Scar did a good job of outpacing him. You know, Gur went with a very passive, I'm just going to shoot rockets. You're going to jump into them. I'm going to build meter, and you're going to be fine. And Scar said, okay, you think you can outweight me? I'll outweight you even better.
Yeah, that's
and I will know exactly when you want to get aggressive.
And then Scar, as he had the health lead, I noticed that he was just doing what Gur was doing. He was walking back, waiting for Gur to come to him, and the Gur switches here. But yeah, he capitalized on all Gur's movements forward as he took the game there.
This is very scary stuff here. Bane, you know, I feel like one of his best assets, and I feel like Bane players are going to hate me for saying this, but I think one of his best assets is his command grab. And the command grab does require you to be on the ground. And, you know, Brainiac's one of those characters that's just almost never on the ground, especially when he's trying to do things. So I don't know how much luck Gur's going to have with this Bane pick. Maybe he's just trying to please the crowd. Maybe he's just trying to get desperate and you know, utilizing that last card that he has in his pocket.
Yeah, I don't agree with the Bane switch here. Yeah, like you said, with Brainiac never being on the ground, pretty much wipes his command grab out the game. See, like right there. Just
right there, no one was home. No one was home for this command grab to grab, sir. So I'm not fearing anything you do. I mean, and you got to take more risks. You got to go with those venom-fueled uppercuts. Now, for those of you who don't know, the way Bane's trait works, whenever he has that venom activated, it gives his special moves access to armor. Even if he's not waking up, he's going to have armor on those charge, the uppercuts, the elbow drops, and the command grabs.
Yeah, and it's really strong when you have someone in the corner and you can maul him, but the character like Brainiac who's just in the sky really doesn't have use for it no more. He does have an anti-air grab, but it's nowhere near as strong as it could be.
Hold on, this is gonna hurt here. Is he gonna keep him there? Goes for the elbow drop, it does hit overhead, but I feel like when you're that close to the corner or when you have those long limbs of Brainiac, that was pretty dangerous.
Oh yeah, that was definitely really scary, but now this is Bane's world. He's gonna make it happen here. If you make, ooh, he gets the punish there, and now it's quick tides.
Switching it over to the other side, good move there by Scar, changing the tides into his favor, keeping the momentum.
You are hard to kill. You cannot kill me.
All right, 2 bars to 1 bar. What's Gur gonna pick? Is it 2 or 1? Good choice there, knowing that Scar was holding on to that only bar he has.
Yeah, let's see, but now Scar opens him up immediately and drops him in the corner with a hard knockdown. But the low catches him too. Keeps the plus frames with the drone drop.
Oh, the uppercut with the armor backing him up. Not only inflicting more damage, but giving him access to armor. Hold on, level 3. This is armor breaking stuff. Is he going to get anything going? That broke the armor there. However, this is going to be a huge debuff. Scar cannot touch him, or that's going to be the end of this Bane's life.
Chip pretty much does it here. Let's see what Scar does. He's going to play patiently spoon coming in.
Oh, and Gur. I didn't do it. Gur just hitting the wrong side of that drone there. And, you know, it looked like he was getting something going there, but Scar keeping his composure.
Oh, yeah.
Understanding that, you know, he was able to survive that level 3 Venom. Because that level 3 Venom, so the Venom levels go up 1, 2, and 3. And the higher the levels go up, the harder you come down. So right when those levels are over, Bane goes into a withdrawal or a debuff state where he's slower, has no access to those beautiful armor moves, and he actually takes a lot of damage.
Bang.
He also
Fighters
does no
approaching
damage.
cover.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's
yes.
Literally the worst. Like level 3 debuff is the worst thing in the game, and it lasts for about 8-9 seconds. I would assume somewhere around there, maybe 10 at the most.
Begin.
And then you take a lot of damage, probably about maybe double.
Yeah, and you can always track a lot of things in character powers by looking down at the bars at the bottom. If you look down at the bottom, you can actually see when Brainiac's trait is ready to go. And, you know, right there, Scar decided to let it go. And you can also see what level of Venom Bane is in, depending on how many vials are broken there.
Yeah, Gur decided just to stick to Bane, which I really don't agree with, man. But maybe Gur knows something that we don't. Hopefully he makes some adjustments and pull this off here. Let's
I
see.
mean, really, at the end there, all it took was just one right guess towards the end. And I feel like Gur understands that he was just one correct guess away from tying up the set 1-1.
Yeah, the big thing is Bane's damage is second to none. He hits you and it's pretty much, it's gonna hurt every time.
Ooh, the down 2 into the elbow drop here, keeping Scar in the corner and baiting out. I'm not sure what that punish was. He definitely missed the punish 100%, but Scar was not ready to block that overhead. Very risky stuff there by Gur. Going for the safe string instead of the launcher, forcing the clash.
Venom's effects are remarkable. Of that, there is no question.
And most top players seem to clash as early as possible, get all their health, rely on their defense, and just hope they're not gonna get hit again.
Well, the good thing about clashing against Bane, oh, snatching him out of the air like a little ragdoll, throwing him onto the ground.
Well, there's nothing better than anti-air grabs, man.
Oh, this one's gonna hurt here. Hold on. The tentacles and the extension there from the drone. Gur looking at interactables. He gonna throw it? Yes, he does. Scar trying to find his way in, and Gur trying to get as much damage on the board as possible before losing this gray health bar.
Yeah, Gur has the life lead here, which is, I didn't even realize, but he's playing really well. But there goes Scar. He flips out to save himself. Takes the round anyway. It's a waste of 2 bars, and you lose your health, man. That has to suck.
That is rough, man. He tried to go for so many different command grabs in those situations, but, you know, Scar never in a grabbable state is Brainiac.
Yeah, most of the time, Scar's just going to stick there, just like there. He catches the punish on down 1. Ooh, but he catches him with the rage charge.
Oh, hitting him with that wake up there. Go to the other side. What are we going to see? We're at level 3, but he doesn't take the throw. He's not going to take too much damage here. And Gur has a super ready to go. He's got to survive this withdrawal. He's got to survive this debuff, and it takes so long here.
He went for a back 3, which was actually the most savage read I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, so Gur just needs to hold on to 2 bars to bounce cancel, and he'll actually be 1 combo away, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, and it's over.
And it is over there. Gur, no situation, and Scar understanding what he had to do right there in that last play. He knew that if Gur would wake up with anything, that the armor wasn't gonna get rid of the damage. So he just threw out that drone and said, you know, I'm gonna back off. I'm not gonna risk it in case Gur does go for the uppercut. So that was precise play there by Scar, and Scar making his way all the way to losers finals here, where he has to take on Theo, and the winner of this is getting a one-way ticket to Mix City against Sonic Fox's Michelangelo in grand finals. But let's focus here. We have a top 3 Echo Fox placement here at Winter Brawl 12. These guys are dominating the Injustice scene.
Yeah, Scar coming on more recently, just completing the trifecta of 1, 2, and 3, you know. So pretty much
Superman.
top 3 Echo Fox, GG, hold that, they win again.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely what it is. I feel like, you know, Sonic Fox is such a success, such a win rate in Injustice tournaments that it's almost like a given that he's going to win. And then the questionable part is, you know, who's getting second, who's getting third, what kind of upsets are we going to see? You know, this weekend we saw Coach Steve taking out Dragon. We saw Scar edging it over Dragon in that crazy little scramble there with those Black Adam unblockable orbs. And Scar made it all the way here to top 3. Going up against Theo, and these guys play and train together hard. Like they definitely do, and it's not just, you know, it's not just physically playing. It's also, you know, theory crafting. It's also like, what do you think about this? What do you do when an opponent does, you know, X, Y, and Z? And Sonic Fox is very opinionated, and he loves sharing his knowledge, not only with just his friends, but especially his teammates.
Yeah, he's definitely you definitely will see as their Scar's level up because, you know, Theo and Sonic has always been the top. But, you know, in the beginning of the game's life, Scar was struggling to make top 8s and stuff, you know, and now look at him, he's back.
This is training.
Making top 8, top 3 at the moment. Let's see what he does here against his teammate Theo.
Not stronger than me.
Begin.
All right, Supergirl versus Superman.
Yeah, I haven't seen Scar play any Supergirls yet. Who knows if he did in pools or not.
This could be a matchup-specific thing here, knowing that Theo was going at Superman and not Dr. Fate probably influenced this decision.
Yeah, Theo is a neutral monster. He's really good, so this is definitely one of his. I mean, he's been playing him since Injustice 1. Of course, he loves this character.
Loves this character. Sweeping laser, no meter burn there. Theo understood that he wasn't really going to get much, and a player like Scar was probably going to block it, confirming right into the freeze breath.
Yeah, and he throws him back towards the corner, puts her in her home. And yeah, Supergirl lacks him a really decent wake up. You know, it's okay, but I'm guessing Theo wants to maul in the corner here.
I mean, that's pretty much what Superman always wants to do. He wants to put you in the corner and just dictate that forward 2 range. Jumping in with that jump in 3 there, throwing power. So I guess this is Power Girl because of the skin, the premier skin. Power Girl up against the corner, but you know she's fighting her way out.
And there's a gap there, and I'm surprised Theo isn't really trying to blow it up or anything. Maybe he just doesn't want to deal with it, get clipped for full damage, you know.
Yeah, I guess he's not taking the risk, or he's not anticipating, and that's really what it is. A lot of people say it's you know, some people will argue and say like, oh, something's pure reaction, something is pure anticipation, but you know, I feel like it's more of like everything's like a little bit of both.
So, I don't know if you've seen, but pure reaction was Theo reacting to that overhead there. That was amazing. Theo doesn't get opened up for nothing. It's absolutely great.
Oh, blocking the cross-up overhead, making Power Girl waste that bar and eat this entire combo here. She finds herself in the corner. Now you got to watch out whenever Superman is traded up like that. When he's glowing red, that means he can actually break armor for free.
There we go. Scar with a good anti-air on Theo's cross-up attempt. Let's see what he makes out of it. He's at a really big life disadvantage.
We're looking for the down one and then going to the car and Scar all over. And I feel like the process that was going on through Theo's head was like, okay, I'm not going to immediately throw the car because that's too obvious. I'm going to wait and delay. So again, right there is the question about, you know, anticipation or reaction. Which one was it, Scar? Did you see it or did you anticipate it?
Yeah, we'll never know, right? It's only in Scar's head who'll know. Maybe he'll tell us one day. Who knows?
The anti-air lasers here, knocking Theo right on his ass.
Ooh, the good that twirl thing that Supergirl does, man. There's no recovery and it's 0 on block. It's really good.
Yeah, it's just a little bit on the starts up a little bit slow, but once it does connect, you almost can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Ooh, forward dashing, trying to get something going here, and Theo just meets it with a sweeping laser, and Scar is going to the character select screen. Doesn't want to play Power Girl / Supergirl anymore.
Superman.
Possibly going with Brainiac.
Yep.
Maybe he wants a little bit more control. And I guess that's, you know, we open this up by saying that these guys play a lot. So maybe there's something with Superman sweeping laser that can kind of just keep Brainiac at bay. You know, he's always going to be up in the far right corner, far left corner, sweeping lasers over and over again and make sure that Brainiac can't find his way in. So, you know, maybe that's why Scar didn't want to go for it, but he decides that Supergirl wasn't enough. Getting tossed 2 times in a row here. There's so much level of respect here. And the 3rd time went for the shimmy, but Scar decided not to bite.
Yeah, that was great. If he would have got hit with the shimmy, the crowd probably would have been crazy. That was some great stuff that Theo. Great next level meta play. The background bounce here and take him to the corner. Ooh, no, he decides not to. He's just keeping him mid-screen. Interesting.
He's just keeping him close to the background bounce. I think that's all Theo wants to do. Gives him access to a lot more combo damage for no meter. Why not?
Yeah, it's definitely a smart play. Let's see what Brainiac tries to do here. Brainiac Scar, you know.
Oh, just the forward 2-3s over and over again. Now 6 and 7 frame moves should be able to go between the breath and the forward 2. You know, as long as you're on point and do it right at the perfect frame possible. But, you know, I feel like Theo's got a good read on Scar, knowing that he's being very respectful, not really challenging in situations where it's too risky.
Yeah, see if Theo catches the punish there on the Tendril. He's playing really well right now. He's absolutely washing Scar's Brainiac.
Air sweep, sweeping the entire stage there with the sweeping laser, and just again keeping Scar at bay. Scar cannot find his opening here if he cannot find a way to jump in and implement those dive kicks.
Here we go. He's starting to get his down one agenda going here. So let's see what he can get going. Good answer here.
Summoning the beta drone and following with a dive kick right behind it. The sweeping laser here. Blocking it again. This is looking so grim for Scar. I don't know what he can do in this situation. Theo has no reason to go in, and again, just turtling back, staying away from him, and keeping his lasers on the screens at all time. Doesn't matter if you're in the air, doesn't matter if you're on the ground, you're gonna make contact with those lasers. Is Scar gonna give us a mirror here? There's no way.
Yeah, I don't know what Scar's thinking of doing here, but he has to switch his control, so you know he's not going Brainiac again. That's what's in his mind. He's like, no Brainiac. That was ugly. Don't want to do that anymore.
No, that was, and I mean, it was a little bit closer there with Power Girl / Supergirl, but I feel like at no point did Scar feel like he was in control.
Oh, yeah.
He felt like maybe if it was close, it was just a few lucky reads there.
Scar's hovering over Manta. He's actually going to take Manta here. Let's see what he has in mind. A lot of people are going to Manta here because Manta's neutral is just absolutely great. So let's just see, he's going to use Manta's neutral tools plus his to out-neutral Theo. Let's see if he can do that.
What I think was so great about Manta is that far advancing normal string. Not only that, but that very fast hitting stand one string with the stabbing motion with the knife. And Manta could just always, you know, he's always in range right outside of everybody else's range.
Yeah, Theo is absolutely mauling again here. Went for a shimmy there, next level shimmy. He's going for big damage too. Trying to get all the damage he can. Pretty much has Scar's whole life bar before Scar is even
Stabbing him here, going for something, faking out Theo, making him flinch here, but Scar does eat a sweeping laser right to the chest, and this is not looking good. Theo off to a great life lead here, and there we go, countering something. Theo was probably pressing a button right upon landing.
He caught Theo in the... Finally caught Theo pressing the button. I believe he trip guarded him there, but now Theo's getting back to his business. Got a trade up, instant air dash to the other side, and put Scar in his home.
You know, that's really smart, and that's really what you have to have on point when you're, you know, playing as Superman. Right after that animation, getting over to the other side as fast as possible, and switching it up and putting your opponent in the corner.
Oh yeah, Theo's instant air dashes, and Theo's just execution in general is second to none. He's always been great with them.
For the down one and teleporting there. Theo down. Hold on. This is next level stuff. So most people just are okay with going with the uppercut right after they block that teleport, because if they do meter burn it, you know, it'll punish either way. But Theo going with the down one and then recognizing it and going for a full combo punish. Scar wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Theo actually knew if the down two would have scaled a lot harder into down two breath, so he went for the down one breath, which would have gotten him a lot more damage. That's just next level stuff. That's what keeps someone here, you know, from the mid level to top level. You know?
Separates the men from the boys here.
Yeah, look, Theo clashes just because he has the bar advantage, and why not? Just get some health back, probably around full health. Yep, just about.
Yeah, he just wanted to stop this momentum that Scar was trying to create. Theo with the forward dash there, anticipating a backdash, and that's another great tool that Black Manta has, is that backdash. Very hard to punish because it leaves him so far away from you. Hold on, this one's gonna hurt. That back three, flipping out his last resort. Clash was no longer an option. Doesn't confirm from that standing one anti-air.
Yeah, Theo reads the backdash and is gonna put it away.
That was it. That was the perfect read right there, understanding that the backdash is coming. Even though Manta's backdash is great, you gotta make that hard read to really, really punish, and then just dash forward, hit him with the forward 2-3, and then that was all she wrote. Scar, I feel like Scar's got to hit the lab, possibly look for another character because even though Scar, you know, this is all a team kill, these are all teammates, Scar's a competitor at heart, just like everybody else who's here on that stage.
Yeah, no, he's happy his team is all 1, 2, 3.
All right, guys, shout out to Dynamic Beatworks. Oh, come on, that was the most godlike promo in the world, is RIP Marvel. But if you guys want 10% off site-wide, make sure you enter the code Winter Brawl, valid through the end of the month at 8ARC. You can cop this bag, cop these sticks, the dragon, the obsidian. These things are such a beautiful piece of work, just seeing them how massive these sticks are, how sturdy they are, and look how beautiful it is inside the full compartment and everything. Easy access to modifying buttons, changing things up. And a big shout out to Defend the North 2018. Start planning now if you guys are in the New York area, the tri-state area, White Plains, New York. Defend the North 2018. This is on the Capcom Pro Tour. It is a ranking event. So if you're a Street Fighter player, or if you're just a fighting game player in general, make sure you mark your calendars and try to make it out to the event.
Oh, yeah. So what I'm saying is the scariest part about this is Sonic 3-0 Theo.
Sure.
And then Theo just 3-0 Scar, which is really scary, man, because if these are the top two, Sonic is really on the next level, man. That's really scary.
I mean, not only that, it could be also just the fact that this character is like, you know, so new, people don't understand it.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say Theo is he's on point when it comes to his punishes, but when I was watching him play against Michelangelo, there were a few spots where he was leaving damage on the table. Not many, not like a lot of other people who were going up against him, but I think that if Theo is a little bit more on point with the punishes in this next set, it's going to make all the difference.
Any
Oh,
last
yeah, let's
words,
see.
Soups?
You can't stop me.
Turtle power is the new kryptonite.
Yeah, the Turtle Gear is awesome.
Looking for that jump into, and the whiff punish there by Sonic Fox. Now that takes a lot of skill, being able to whiff punish in between the 2 and the 3 of the forward 2-3. And hit confirming right there into the cheapskate, the low, sending Theo up into the sky, looking for something here. Not sure if the delayed wake up was able to get him out of the pressure.
He went for the breakdance in between the gap of the EX light and got blew up for it. Let's see.
Oh, trading with the down one, and Sonic Fox being the aggressor, confirming even more. And that's a hard knockdown there, the forward 2-1-3.
Yeah, Theo isn't respecting down one into a special, and it's really blowing him up.
This is almost like that was pure. Oh man, he knows where he is at all times, extending the combo there with the bomb on the interactable here. Sonic Fox trying to get something going here, but the lasers of Superman are just a little too fast.
Yeah, that was absolutely OD. Sonic just is so on top of this game, so on point. He has all his combos together, isn't dropping much. But he did drop the low skateboard into back 3 a couple times. That's a tough link, though.
It is a tough link, and I think that's going to be one of those links that Sonic Fox will solidify later. He doesn't need to right now. A big drop there by Sonic Fox, leaving damage on the table. This is a new character, however, flipping out right at the perfect opportunity, right when Theo was going for the freeze breath.
He keeps going for it. I think he's trying to get it together right now on the set of grand finals, which is absolutely OD. Instead of going for a different option, he's just going to keep going for it until he gets it.
Oh, the back 3. Not sure if he inputted back 2-2-3 a little too early and just got back 3. However, Theo taking full advantage of it, putting the momentum back on his side and putting Sonic Fox in the corner. He does have that option in the interactable, though, decides not to use it. Instead, closing the gap between himself and Theo putting him in the corner, putting him through the blender. What's going to be the mix-up here? Backing off, but no punish, no air-to-air.
He catches him backdashing with the 4-2, and now he's going to get full combo to Theo clashes.
Give up or get hurt.
Like Shell, dude.
All right, 2-3. Both players decide to do 2. Theo holding on to his own bar.
Yeah, Sonic isn't ever really worried about bar, but I'm guessing
Theo's definitely regretting that decision now. He did have the opportunity to spend one more bar. That would have been 15% back and a little bit more wiggle room. He definitely would have been able to survive that Kano ball, and Sonic Fox takes the game. Theo questioning everything, questioning his existence.
Yeah,
how am I on this stage? I'm not doing anything to this guy.
Yeah, it's basically the same situation that happened last time. Sonic, it felt like Theo was controlling a lot, you know, and then out of nowhere Sonic comes in and takes the whole life bar with just a couple mixes. And see, he misses a punish there, and that has to be the awkwardness of the new character.
Exactly, you're not used to it. And that goes back to the situation. Is it reaction or is it anticipation? You're not familiar with it. It's going to be a little bit harder for you to react to it.
Yeah, Sonic is he's really just on another level with his character already. And he's been out for about like no time. The character's now less than 2 weeks.
The down one into the low, drops the ender there. However, Theo still finding himself getting slowly back into the corner. That did cross up, or at least that's what the indicator told me it did. The down one checking him there. Not sure if that crossed up. I don't think it crossed up. I don't think it crossed up, but I know it hits overhead. It hits overhead, so holding down is not an option.
No way. Oh, Theo just looks so puzzled right now. He's like, what is happening? What side did that hit on? This is worse than anything I've seen.
What's Theo going to do after the throw? Trying to dash over to the other side. Not fast enough to punish the breakdance.
He keeps missing the punishes on breakdance and stuff, man. That has to suck. Unfamiliarity, that has to suck. It's like,
Hold on. So he was giving him lasers. He was turtling every single one, building bar. Theo said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with lasers. I'm going in, and I'm going to hurt you. Oh, never mind. We're resorting back to lasers. Sonic Fox, go ahead. Come in. I want you to come in. I want you to do something. Oh, man, that hurt.
Late air dash, which is pretty risky in my opinion, because Sonic would be going down too, something like that. But he went for the EX turtling, which actually stops well, Theo adjusted really well there and walked forward and got out of that. So let's see if Theo adjusts.
I think Theo was anticipating the cross-up shell drop.
No?
You know how this ends.
See, if he has so many options, you don't know what's going to cross up. He has a cross-up shell drop, cross-up overhead skateboard. He has so many options.
Oh, hitting him out of the air, not giving him a chance to do anything. This is gonna hurt here. Sonic Fox does still have his clash, but he's holding on to it. Theo not giving him the opportunity, and Theo getting on the board, tying up this set 1-1, and Sonic Fox immediately going with the rematch. He wants to win this with Michelangelo. I know everything in his heart wants to let him win this with a brand new character.
You see, it happens again. Sonic just goes into down one special, and Theo gets hit trying to counter poke. Ooh, and he finally blocks it. Theo making adjustments on the fly, learning how to block right here in Grand Finals. Ooh, but he does not block that.
No, he definitely didn't block that overhead after the cheapskate stance. Jumping over those lasers, not poking because he knew he was out of range, and if he did poke in that situation, he would have eaten an entire combo here. Oh, Theo looking to whiff punish here, but not giving him the opportunity. So many multiple hits from those nunchucks. Going over the sweeping laser. Sonic Fox can also show Theo that he can adapt on the fly. The Kano ball did drop, but a nice trade in Sonic Fox's favor.
Yeah, Sonic looks like he's adjusting really well to what Theo is doing. He's just switching up his game plan now, throwing out a little different stuff, you know. He's starting to do the overhead skateboard mid-screen and not using it only in the corner. So it's actually working out in his favor. Theo's not punishing it, he's just blocking it.
Exactly. And that's definitely going in Sonic's favor. Hold on, getting hit right on his dome. And the forward three, this is going to hurt. This is in the corner. What's going to be the mix-up? And Sonic Fox goes for the Kano ball because not only does that get him out of the situation, but if he connects it, he can actually meter burn it and put Theo in the corner where he wants to be. So much incentive to use it. We're going over to the other side. This is going to be hard. Hold on. Both players just struggling to get out. Nobody wants to be in the corner.
Yeah, this is absolutely a dog fight here. They're both fighting for the corner. They both want, none of them want to be mid-screen. They're trying to fight to the corner at all times. Theo wins it this time. Let's see what he does.
And here we go, flipping him over to the other side here. What's going to be the mix-up? Just a regular cheapskate into the standing one. The projectile that leaves Michelangelo at +1, and Sonic Fox able to blow up any button that Theo was trying to press there.
Yeah, and Sonic is looking really good here in that last game. Got Theo back to the corner and made it happen. Theo hit him with the down forward 3 twice. Ooh, and he catches him with the overhead. Oh, good.
The overhead there from the cheapskate, a full combo from Sonic Fox. Now, doesn't put himself at risk, really. Possibly looking for the shell drop. Never mind, hitting him with the projectile skateboard.
Sonic finishes the whole string. I think it's the first time Sonic has ever finished the whole string and didn't miss.
He was okay with it because he didn't have the skateboard to really go into more or to extend his combo, so he just kind of took a back seat.
He's definitely playing as smart as Luke, and he's also mixing like a maniac. So he catches Theo and doesn't hit confirm though. He might have just threw that in there. He catches Theo trying to do something there.
The stand ones, extending the combo, bringing Superman down on the ground.
Oh, he mixes Theo again.
He was looking for the overhead. The back T2-3 string usually has an overhead in the third hit. Instead, Sonic Fox cancels into the low, throwing Theo for a complete mix-up here.
Oh, what a combo. Puts him back in the corner. Super optimal. Gets out of the meter going back 3. Tries to mash it out. He gets clipped anyway. Let's see. Theo look like he's going to take a health bar here. He gets clipped instead.
Sonic Fox just wakes up, starts swinging those nunchucks around over and over again. So he didn't just do that.
Oh,
he did not just do that to Theo. 3 lows over and over again. Theo just waiting for an overhead, waiting for anything else. And then Sonic Fox just out the gate goes for overhead into super. Not quite enough to kill here, but Sonic Fox pretty much trolling at this point. Even if he does get hit, he's going to build some meter. Let's see if Theo can make a statement and stop this horsing around.
Oh,
Never
my God. Catches with a jump through its curtains, guys.
And the Kano Ball coming after the backdash of Theo. Theo wanted nothing to do with it, didn't want to block anything. And Sonic Fox is the Winter Brawl 12 champion. He was able to complete this tournament, secure this win, all while just playing Michelangelo. He is not straight off of this character, so that kind of puts it in question. Like, what is actually this character? Like, Michelangelo, everybody said that this character does not do enough damage. Yes, he has mix-ups, but he's super unsafe. But we just saw Sonic Fox utilizing everything that character has at his disposal. And there's no way that you can think that this character is awful. There's no way. I know Sonic Fox is Sonic Fox, but you know he's only human.
Yeah, Sonic is just between the unfamiliarity and just Sonic being Sonic. You know, I'm guessing that he just made it happen.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm guessing longer in this character's lifetime. Theo's probably gonna go home and jump in the lab with Mikey and learn every option to stop all this stuff.
Sure.
And we'll see what happens next time. You know, is Sonic gonna stick with Mikey? You know, new characters come out and Sonic believes that's his main next. So let's see what Sonic does.
We can see, but it's interesting because there's a lot of Sonic is a very opinionated person. He'll tell everything on Twitter, and he felt like, all right, like when Black Manta first dropped as a DLC, he got his hands on him. He said, I don't think this character's that great. Then later it developed, and he said, you know what? I actually think this character is good. I was overlooking a lot of things, but very interesting choice that it's just straight with Michelangelo. Like, Michelangelo is super good, so good that I can win all of Winter Brawl just with this character.
Yeah, he definitely made it happen. Played out of his mind. I only seen him lose one game, and that was to Theo.
Theo finally getting on the board there. And they're going through the ceremony. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Not sure what game is coming up next, but this is the main stage for Winter Brawl 12. And make sure you tune back in for Dragon Ball Z. It's scheduled to be on at 9 p.m. here on Bifuteki. So if you guys aren't following or subscribed right now, please be sure to do so now. It supports the streamers that's out here putting in the work, making sure that everyone at home is able to see what we're seeing here live in front of everybody. Guys, I'm Darth Arma.
Finesse MK.
Take it easy.
Have a good one.